Alright, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we are back for some more Pyre Community RITE NITE Easter Edition. For those of you who are unfamiliar, that means we are in for some good old-fashioned multiplayer Pyre today, featuring first and foremost none other than the members of the RITE Club Discord server. If you are unfamiliar with what the RITE Club server is, it is the place for all things multiplayer Pyre. You can join that group by clicking on that link right there. For those of you in chat, you are not off the hook. No, because you see that red circle with the white L below chat. You click on that, you'll find all the various requests that you can make today, including things ranging from selecting players' exiles, masteries, talismans, songs, arenas, even Titan stars are all fair game. So, without further ado, let's hop into versus mode here, set ourselves to our defaults, and we will be good to go. So, let me know, chat, who would like to get us started today. Let me get Steam friends going as well here. Whatcha? What are we thinking? Also, given how today is, of course, a fairly major holiday, not entirely sure what people's availability is going to be like, but hey, I mean, for anyone who's interested and available, of course, happy to get you in here, and we'll play it by ear. We'll see. Phaler is up for it. Let me send Phaler an invite then. There you are. Invite sent. Alright, so Phaler's on his way. Anor can start as well? Awesome. Let me send an invite over to you as well then. You are... Invite sent to you. Okay, great. Awesome. Okay, so, of course, chat, let us know if there is anything you'd like to see for this first match between Anor and Phaler. Then again, it is, naturally, the first match of the day, and therefore, you know, maybe we give them a little bit of a chance to warm up here. But that's entirely up to you. That is entirely up to you, just how forgiving you are looking to be today. I don't know. What are we thinking? Let me hop into Discord as well. Speaking of Discord... There we are. How's it going, everybody? All right. And Barrick is requesting Bertrude and 2 exiles you think are good at brawling. Explain your answer. I call this the Brawl and Birdie Challenge. I feel like we need Brawl and Bird in for this. Where is Brawl and Bird? Brawl and Bird,
where is the authority on Brawling Bert? Brawl and Bert. We need him.
I don't know if this is acceptable, guys. Brawlenbird is absolutely the expert on... Okay, cool. Thank goodness Brawlenbird is in chat. Okay, I was gonna say, ideally we would have Brawlenbird in for this one, but Brawlenbird, we're gonna need to advise you here, I think. You are obviously the expert, the in-house expert when it comes to brawling. Let's also do a quick check here, Anor. I know we've had some people coming in playing mouse keyboard as of late that may or may not use the same control setup as you do. Also, do you have controls you do not? Now you do. That would help as well. There you go. Okay, there we are. Alright, so Brawlenbert, you'll have to give us the seal of approval on whether these brawling teams meet the mark. But that's the plan. Bertrude plus 2 exiles you think are good at brawling, and they must explain their answers. Well, let's get started then. As in fist fighting, I assume? Yeah. Yeah, does it matter where Bertrude goes?
Summons to the spring of Jomier.
Any order.
At stake here in this rite is your salvation. Let us see which one of you is more deserving. Prepare yourselves, Nightwings. The Fates stand prepared. Now let us begin.
So you may put Bertrude wherever you'd like, but it must be her, plus 2 individuals that are especially skilled in the art of brawling, and you must explain why. And Brawl and Bert will give us a judgment, give us a ruling on whether it meets the criteria or not. Not gonna lie, this may have been the first character that came to mind. I do believe they're... obvious is a strong word, but perhaps this is the obvious choice.
She's a literal fighter.
This is true. This is true. Okay, so one Ignarius and one Tamitha. The expert brawlers, according to these two. You thinking Almer? He has a very fiery... That is true. That is true.
Yeah, his crime was resisting arrest. So, yeah, I think he's a good choice for this.
Yeah, that's true.
Choose someone.
Oh, Brawlenbert. Brawlenbert has an issue with your first selection here, Phaler. Says Tamitha doesn't have fists. Can she brawl? By definition, does that exclude her?
Harps do have hands, though. We do already understand.
Oh, no! No, please. Let's not go there. Not today. Too soon. Too soon. She has foot... No, we are not having this conversation. We are not having this debate.
Alright, again, a character not exactly with fists, but this guy does take on all the Pyre Hearts, like 8-on-1 and wins, if you are good at the campaign.
This is true. Therefore, by some metrics, you could make the case he is the single best brawler in the entire game. In fact, I would make the case he is objectively the single best brawler in the entire game.
He is a knight, also.
He's a knight!
Fight for a living.
Alright, well there we go. It is Bertrude and the Brawlers in this first match of today's Rite Night. And Anor getting things started with Ignarius here. So which team is truly the supreme set of brawlers? Only time will tell, but Anor is off to a very quick start. No prayer beads on Bertrude, though, for Anor, so she's down one character here. Phaler makes it in with Tamitha. Jody would have been acceptable as well. Yeah, I think that's one of the characters that I was thinking we might see some people choose. Phaler uses his Crone Salute to transform all of Anor's exiles into defenseless Howlers, setting up this unblockable throw. Ooh, Ignarius tries to rush ahead, but goes down, as does Tamitha. Anor here, with Bertrude, but gets brawled out of business by Gilman. Bertrude for Phaler. That throw is unblockable, and gets rid of the defender, although the throw for a second there looked short, but it had just enough on it. And that drops Anor down to 20, meaning one score may be all that Phaler needs here. That's a Titan Tooth. Anor back on it, though, and plunges for 20, dropping Phaler down to 20. And suddenly we have ourselves a one-score match. Phaler, oh, stopped right in front of the Pyre. Anor with Bertrude. Goes down. Anor defenseless. Can Phaler score quickly enough before Anor gets someone back? Yes, he can.
Good game.
GG. So it turns out the answer is Gilman and Tamitha. Those are the reigning brawlers. Well played.
Until next rite.
Alright, chat. Well, let us know what we'd like to see for the next one. That was a Bertrand plus 2 Brawlers theme. Of course, in the absence of any requests, we'll just have these two take whatever they want to take, but let us know if there's anything you have in mind for this. Brawl and Bert, did that one get the seal of approval? Was that sufficiently brawl-tastic? Hopefully. Hopefully it was. I would like to believe. I'd like to believe that it was. Oh? Enora's choosing Exiles. Messenger Imp for both people? Brawlbird approves. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. It was sufficiently brawl-tastic. Since his birthday is in 3 days... Oh! Okay, fitting. Fitting then. Little birthday, right, for Messenger Imp? Anything else, or will that be all? Oh, and my choice of song. Oh, what is most fitting for... Well, if we're talking about a birthday-themed match for Messenger Imp, then... I mean, maybe this is not perfect, but... Wait, what is it? Here. Technically, it is Tizo's theme, yes, but if we're a little more general with that, then, you know, maybe we could say it applies to all of the imps.
The Night Wings versus the Fate. Welcome.
Okay, so you must have Messenger Imp.
Who shall
Outside of that,
the
it's up to
race?
you. Anor, does he need to be in the first spot? Or can he be anywhere? I ask in part because I see you take him in the first spot. Okay, doesn't matter. I think it'll be interesting to see to what extent do our players here try to make Messenger Imp the center of the team, perhaps the chief scorer, as any birthday imp should be, right? It's only fitting.
Messenger.
Only fitting for Messenger Imp to be the star player, if we're talking about a Messenger Imp themed team. Thaler starts with an exploding deluge, though. Anor also chooses to go the worm route. Then Thaler goes with the Titan Tooth Pamitha. with the salute so he can switch places with his closest ally whenever he uses that harp salute. Nor also goes with Pamitha there, and Phaler has, of course, Messenger Imp remaining here. Looks like he's going to stick to the typical, more defensive Imp setup, though. So here we go. Messenger Imp's birthday-themed match, and it's Phaler getting things started here. He plunged with Pamitha, and she does not have prayer beads, so she's out for this round. Nor throws it up, but Phaler collects it here. He throws it in with his worm for 14, one less than maximum damage he can get. Harp versus Harp. And was that a double Titan Tooth? Or no, Phaler was the one with the Titan Tooth there on his Harp, I suppose. Or maybe Phaler just swapped out of the Titan Tooth stun more quickly. Anor through the portal. Now it's Anor with the Titan Tooth. Okay, maybe her Titan Tooth was on Messenger Imp. I think that is what she opted to do. As we're seeing there, that means, oh, Phaler, once again, though, swaps out of the Titan Tooth successfully, avoiding the stun, and throws this one in with his worm once again for 13. Ooh, Phaler speeds in for the orb and speeds in for the plunge. No prayer beads on Deluge, though. He's out for this round. Pamitha's stunned, but she swaps into Messenger Imp, who's intercepted. Anor on the counterattack with her Messenger Imp. And there is that extra glory, 25 damage from that Imp plunge there. But Messenger Imp now gone in this round for Anor. Phaler's throw hits here for 15. Phaler's attack thwarted. Anor to Pamitha through the portal. Loses Pamitha though. Phaler with Deluge goes straight in. And after dropping Anor down to 8 Pyre life means one score from any of Phaler's exiles could finish the job here. Will this be it? Oh, but pushed off the Pyre at the last second from Pamitha. Then Pamitha sacrifices her teammate and herself, leaving just Gilman back to defend. But well timed on the stunning claim there. Not quite enough time, though, to get in with Pamitha for Anor, and Phaler through his portal, but gets blocked. It's time to stun on Anor. Oh, but the last second save. Look out for that portal, though, for Phaler. Right on top of Anor's Pyre. So if Phaler gets it back, he's very dangerous. So Anor needs to be careful here. That's a Titan Tooth. Phaler swaps out of it. Could go through the portal, but instead ups for the throw. It's intercepted. Anor with Gilman. Blocked. And taken out. Phaler eyes the portal. Oh, but it's been moved. Not gonna matter, though, because that's still the winning plunge.
Good game.
GG.
The scribes themselves stood by their side. The rite is done.
Well played, you two. Let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And of course, let us know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to see for the next one. Because it's Messenger Imp. It's his birthday. He has to be front and center. Offensive Messenger Imp, no less. Oh, look at this. We have not had a song request for that in I don't know how long. It is not a common one. Not a common one. It is a TariqBot request. So let's invite him to the stage. Let's see, TariqBot, where are you, buddy? There we are. Alright, what do we think, chat? Anything else? We have a song all primed and ready to go. Will that be all? Is that all we're looking for? Seems as though it may be. So barring any last-second requests here, we'll get things going. Signals in the queue, alright.
The rites.
Well, no requests regarding your team composition here, so you're free to take whatever you'd like. Anor goes for a speedy Bertrude. Whereas Phaler goes quick-throwing Ninja Almer. Anor counters with a power-casting, shoulder-smashing Hedwyn. Then Bertrude for Phaler as well. Then Anor finishes with her go-to. That's a Nutrition Stick Full Fred, of course. We've seen her go back and forth a bit between Exploding Saplings and Numbing Gust. She goes Exploding Saplings here, and then that's Deluge to conclude things for Phaler. Teleport to the orb from Phaler, taking out one of Anor's exiles. Here's Full Fred. Over to Hedwyn. Remember, he has the Shoulder Smash, so he got rid of one of the defenders, but he does go down here. Deluge explodes on that defender, and Anor defenseless for the moment. Phaler teleports the orb, setting up this quick throw. A wall of imps blocking Anor there. Phaler's throw is intercepted. Snipes Volfred, snipes Hedwyn. That leaves just Bertrude. She's the one on the attack, and she goes down. That means Anor is left defenseless here, so Phaler with the time to jump in here with Bertrude for 30. Once again, wall of imps around the orb here. Phaler does find a way through, though. Oh, but gets stopped seemingly while he is on top of the Pyre. But his second attempt here with Almer makes it through. Bertrude blocks. The other Bertrude goes down. Deluge can't make it past the Exploding Sapling. Phaler trying to find a way to get this orb when it is currently protected by that sapling. Oh, but down goes Volfred and down goes the sapling. But big power cast there from Hedwyn. Can Phaler find a way through here with the Deluge? Well, he explodes on the defender. Oh, and Phaler was the first to get to the orb there with the teleporting Almer. Worm throw is blocked. Bertrude chasing after Bertrude, and surprise, surprise, Bertrude wins. Volfred, oh, and he plunges in with that Nutrition Stick Blink. Bertrude and Almer take each other out. The other Bertrude says, what, this must be too good to be true. Plunges there, triggering the rekindling. So Anor is onto her second life bar as she plunges here for 30 with Bertrude. Means next score for Phaler would be enough to finish the job, whereas Anor still needs a couple of scores, and there is Phaler's Crone Salute, making Anor defenseless here. Oh, and the BM, and the winning plunge.
Sorry about that. Again.
Oh, you aren't sorry one bit. You know
you're right,
exactly what you just did.
The ceremony is complete.
GG. GG.
Until the stars align.
Anor says, I have had enough of this nonsense. I'm turning Customize off. That, of course, means randomized exiles, masteries, and talismans. Won't even get to see what they are in advance. We're just gonna get thrown straight in to this one, and we do have...
You also.
yeah, we do have a song before we get that started up, and we can still do an arena if that is of interest. Yeah, it is Signals. Let me switch our song here. We talking smoke signals? Just to clarify, or are we talking just signals?
No, just Signals.
Just
it's
Signals.
A different song on
Yeah.
the soundtrack.
Making sure we're talking about the same one. Okay, cool. Okay, there we are. Alright, so not seeing any arena requests here, which as I was saying means with customize turned off, that covers basically everything. Because we have the song all set and ready to go. So let's jump in.
There's no decision, just collision. It's all
The night winds shall
Okay, we're in the book. For Nor, it is a cur, a nomad, and a crone. For Phaler, it is a sap and 2 savages. Here's the stowaway. She gets blocked. Of course, the guessing game will commence, trying to figure out what it is both players have in terms of masteries and talismans, all that stuff. Goals Bracer on Snadra for Nor. Whoa! That's a big pickup for her. And there's a Glory Dive Plunge on that cur. You love to see that. And oh! Barker with either prayer beads or is all the way down on the right side for the built-in prayer beads mastery. Oh, Hopscotch and Snadra nearly makes it in there. Explosive Temper, yeah, that looks like that is primarily a right side Barker there. Oh, and Phaler finds an opening there for the throw.
Pyre's flame.
Well-placed sapling from Phaler. Goals Bracer doing work here. Oh, except it's a numbing gust in all likelihood here, preventing an ore from sprinting, jumping, throwing, or using any other special abilities when all of Phaler's exiles are banished. Barker down. That leaves just Vorfrit back to defend. But that's not enough to stop this stowaway plunge. Does Nor have 2 hops on Barker, or is Barker entirely right side? Vorfrit, blocked. Still in it here, though. Gets banished. Nearly banishes the defender, but Phaler uncontested for the moment. Is he quick enough with Volfred here? That throw is intercepted. Oh, but takes out the defender. Oh, but it inadvertently hits Nora's Pyre. Bounces back out, slowing Phaler down here. Vorfrit hops in. Oh, and has extra damage there. 38 on the plunge. That's a bit of a surprise. Barker goes around the other way, and was that a double jump? It looked like it might have been. Oh, big power cast takes Snadra out this time. Yeah, that's definitely 2 jumps. Oh, down goes Vorfrit. Snadra has returned, though, just in time for some huge power cast for Anor, and the orb does bounce out, but in some ways just makes it easier for Anor to pick it up here. Loses Snadra, though. Oh, but well sniped from Barker. Vorfrit going the other way. Oh, and finds a way through for the winning plunge.
GG.
GG. I wrote us right. No rekindling masteries.
Adversaries without too much trouble. The right is complete.
Well done. All right, let's head on back.
Stars align.
And let us know, chat, if there's anything we want to see or hear for the next one. She shines. Did we have another song in the queue already, or is that already top of the list now? Traces? Oh, we've not done Traces yet. Okay, so it'll be Traces and then She Shines. Okay. Oh no, we've already, no, Traces was first. What am I saying? Been there, done that. Done Traces. Doing Signals. Yeah, so She Shines is next. Yeah, okay. We are on to She Shines. Did I spell that wrong? I did spell that wrong. That's what happened. Silly Lids, there's no game called Transitor. Okay, that time it legitimately didn't work though, and I did spell it correctly, so that's a little alarming. That's a surprise. I don't know why I wouldn't be able to find that one. Tariq it's not like that's a trick question. It's not like there's anything particularly out of the ordinary. That one is technically... is it on the extended soundtrack? Is it on the original one? Not sure if it is. Maybe that's what's throwing Tariq for a bit of a loop here. There we go. Oh, what? Tariq is protesting us. What? Tariq? Excuse me? Tariq refuses to play this song. How dare you? The nerve, Tariq. Unbelievable. Tariq. How could you? There we go. Oh. He was putting up quite the fight. He very much did not want to play this song. Alright. Is there anything else we would like to do for this one? We have the song all lined up. Let's turn Customize back on, unless, of course, you guys want to turn that off. Just didn't want her to shine, apparently. And was it two? It was 2 out of 3 Beyonders of the book, wasn't it? You had Snadra and Vorfrit. Alright, not seeing any other requests for this one, so why don't we just get this one started and have these two take whatever they want to take? Alright, so it's the Glade of Lou. As a reminder, we have the modded Glade of Lou, without any brambles in it, making it not one of the more crowded arenas, actually one of the more, if not the most, open arena. So Nor goes quick throwing, stowaway ninja style. Baylor does the same, but with Ulmer. Then a prayer, or rather a Web Lanthorn Tizo for Nor. Then a Banishing Ninja Stowaway for Phaler in the second spot. Who's winning? Are you winning, son? What's up, Core? How's it going? Then an Exploding Gilman. And here we go. Oh, quick interception there from Phaler. Then quick interception from Nor. A little bit of back and forth there. Quite the volley. Okay, they're first to the orb. With Gilman, he explodes. Oh, and then Phaler tries to teleport to the orb, but it's Nor who gets there first. Oh, this teleportation and quick throwing and quite the quick-paced game. And the orb is on the ground for a split second. You can bet just a second more, and there will be a Savage teleporting to pick it up. Like that. Like that. And Nor hops over the defender and throws it in for 20. They both teleport to the orb. They both go down. Nor falls up, though. And her secondary throw, that one makes it in for 9. The anime arena? Is that really? I've never heard it referred to as that. Not sure what makes it the anime arena, but sure, I suppose. Distance is just a suggestion, really. Oh, throw intercepted. Anor on the counter. Oh, that's off target. Orbit inadvertently hits Phaler's Pyre, bounces out. Phaler picks it up, and it's just short, but Phaler teleports and walks that one on in. That's Phaler who ends up with the orb this time. Oh, but not quick enough to get the throw off in time. Almer for Anor, banishes one, teleports back, then gets banished by the defender. Stowaway for Phaler. Teleports to get the orb back, and throws this one in for 15. Phaler. Throw is intercepted, Anor on the counterattack. The throw makes it in. And the back and forth continues. Yeah, Dronfax, if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, that is the place to be. That's where we're organizing all this stuff. Phaler. Oh. About to perhaps get the winning throw in here, but maybe some connection issues. Anor is frozen. Let's get Anor back in. Sounds like she has dropped. Anor. There you are. Okay. So I can count us down. I'll go 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, we'll hit resume. 3, 2, 1, go.
In goes the orb.
20 damage on that throw that Phaler had already had ready to go at the time of that disconnection. But Anor intercepts this throw. And depending on who we're talking about here, oh, that may be all we need. And yes, Anor plunges for the win.
Good game.
Or you could
GG's.
say they managed to avoid defeat. Thus end this night's proceedings.
And Dronfax, thanks for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the stream.
Until the next rite.
Welcome to some good old-fashioned multiplayer Pyre. Initially I thought it might have been looped and it just took a while for it to actually loop around, but I mean, as we were saying, TariqBot was putting up a bit of a fight there with that song. Really did not want to play it. Strange Voyage. And customize off, okay. So customize off again. Randomize Exiles, Masteries, and Talismans. Strange Voyage, is that one is that Pyre? I should know this. I don't remember which game this one's from.
It's from Pyre.
It is Pyre?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah. On the Sea. Exactly. Sea of Souls theme. This is a good one. I like this one. Okay, grand ceremony after this. Didn't know people still played Pyre, to be honest. Good to see some competition. Well, good to have you. We're taking requests from chat here, so if anyone else wants to see anything else, then let us know. That being said, we have the song all primed and ready to go, and we have customized turned off, so that covers just about everything other than Arena. If there is something you guys would like to see there. And welcome indeed. Yeah, we don't hear this one very often for some reason. It doesn't often get the requests. Yeah, and Nor, were you just checking to see if we have it built in? I was gonna say,
I thought we might have, but no, it doesn't.
apparently not, yeah. Maybe that's at least in part why. Yeah, I honestly don't know when we last had someone request this, surprisingly enough. But anyways, let's get this one started. Okay, we're back in the book. Sap, 2 nomads, for Anor. That is a Crone, an Imp, and a Sap for Phaler. So fairly Sap-centric showdown here. Oh, that's a Bottled Void right there on Anor's side. Alright, of course, you never quite know what you're going to get when it comes to these customized off matches. And Vengeful Vow, was that on Palmas or was that on Lendl? It looks like that is Numbing Gust on Phaler's Sap, preventing Anor from sprinting, jumping, throwing, using any of their special abilities when everyone is banished on Phaler's side. Group Shield for Anor, as we're seeing right there. See what else we can learn. No prayer beads on Snadra, of course, as we're seeing. Anor going with that classic, seems to always be Nomads. Okay, it must be Lendl with the Bottled Void then. Plunges for 30, Phaler does here, but Anor does like to send those Nomads hopping forward and then switching over to her Sap and doing the group shield to protect that Nomad as they go forward. Ooh, that was a Titan Tooth. Is that on Phaler's Tizo? If so, then that's a decent setup right there. That is some pretty serious throwing range on Palmas. Then again, the Saps do naturally have the longest throwing distance, so might not be due to any talismans there. Yeah, it is Tizo with Titan Tooth for Phaler. That is definitely a setup that he could put to good use here. Oh, and makes a very dangerous portal, no less. So if Phaler does get the orb back, then he's going to be quite threatening. And oh, but Bottled Void might have thrown Phaler's plans off there. Phaler looking to fly in with that Titan Tooth Imp, but does not succeed. Numbing Gust, or rather, yes, Numbing Gust active here, slowing down Nor. There is that hop forward with the Nomad and then shield it strat that I was talking about before. And Anor brings back Lendl, triggers the Bottled Void, and chaos ensues. Anor does have time to hop in here with whoever she'd like to do it with. It is Snadra, who she elects to use. Sacred Bond, Bottled Void, Guardian Shield with Nomads is unreal. Well, everyone is banished on both teams here. Looks like Phaler's going to be the first one to get someone back with Udmilda. There is Udmilda. Oh, but the Bottled Void to the rescue again for Anor. Oh, man. There's the shield strats. But Lendl does still go down. Phaler, perhaps just trying to set up that portal. Just goes through it with Udmilda. But Bottled Void strikes again. Phaler unfazed, though. Follows up with the plunge. Couldn't ask for a better no customized as core. This is a very core-centric team. This is one that he would absolutely approve of. I can understand that. Oh, and for a second there at least, everyone was banished on Phaler's side. Now they are. Once again, time for Anor. She can choose whoever she'd like to plunge with. Looks like she's electing to use Palmas. He does have 5 more damage than the Nomads. Means no Palmas for this round, though. Down goes Udmilda. Lendl. As that Bottled Void, but down go both Nomads. So time for Phaler to throw this one in for 15. Drops Anor down to 25, which means if Phaler is to score with either Udmilda or with his Sap, he is capable of finishing this with 1 score, barring any unexpected rekindling from RITE NITE, or I suppose, they do both have Saps, it's possible. They might have some built-in rekindling from the Masteries. Numbing Gust, slowing Anor down. Down goes Lendl, but that may have been strategic. That may have been deliberate, because if she brings him back, that of course will trigger that Bottled Void. Lendl brings back the rest of the team. Phaler trying to move in with Palmas. Now to Udmilda through the portal. Plunge is here. Oh, but it was rekindling there. That must have been 10 rekindling, because that would have dealt enough damage to finish the job. So Anor now on her second life bar as Phaler moves in. Sets up a dangerous portal and stuns Anor. Anor first the orb nonetheless. Lendl goes down. Snadra perhaps looking to bring him back and trigger that Bottled Void, but Phaler guards the portrait well. And through the portal he goes. for the winning plunge.
Good game.
GG.
Said is confidently thwarted.
Norris is sorry, Core. But GG. GG.
Guardian Shield, 2 Nomads, the Sacred Bond, and above it all, Bottled Void, and I prevailed. That's a point of pride right there for me.
I didn't notice too much about your setup, Failure. Did you have anything in particular that was useful on... Was it Milda your
Fast
leading score?
Crone.
Was it Fast Crow?
Yeah, and the Titan Tooth Imp.
Oh,
Norse
right.
says,
The Titan Tooth Imp was
is a
big.
huge deal.
That's true.
Won the
That's
game for me
definitely
for
big.
sure.
And Numbing Gust, yeah, that definitely procced a lot as well. I mean, Anor, in many cases, what with the book being fairly small, was still able to score even with that Numbing Gust, but it probably saved a score or two.
It saved like 5 points, because at one point she could have scored with a sap, but had to score with the Nomad because of the slow. But like, yeah, no, Numbing Gust didn't really save me that much, I don't think.
Anor says she's up for 2
Maybe
more.
like 1 score. Okay.
So heads up, if there's anyone in chat who's looking to get in on the action soon, sounds like Anor will be looking to swap out in the not-so-distant future, so prepare yourself accordingly. But if there is anything that you still want to see between Anor and Failure, then let us know. We'll turn Customize back on, unless, of course, we want to turn it back off. And we will... I think we had another song in the queue, didn't we? It was Grand Ceremony, I want to say, from Anor. Does that sound right?
Yep.
I believe that's what it was. Alright, TariqBot, get out of here. We don't need you for this one. We don't need you for this one. Let's turn the in-game music back on. Alright. Oh no, Grand Ceremony, not that. There you are. Oh, and Exile's 3 of a kind. Oh no. 3 Exiles of a kind, says Nor. She says, you know what I'll take. You're making me really nervous here, Nor. You're making me really nervous here. And perhaps just in time, somebody disconnects. It might have even been Nor. And the game says, no thanks. No thanks. All right, let's get Nor back in here, though. There we are. Okay, invite reset. The game was shuddering in anticipation of what was perhaps about to come. Let me just remind you two, that 6 saps does break the game. In case you had any big ideas, they're not going to happen. All right. Anything else, or will that be all? That looks like it.
The Night Wings versus the Fate. Welcome.
Okay, so 3 of a kind. Oh, and
Who shall conduct?
it is just as I feared. I'm afraid it is just as I feared. It's a Numbing Gust, Bottled Void Volfred in the first slot, Anor's go-to. Oh, look at this, though. Boar says maybe triple harp hard counter. But Failure is going for triple
Might
worms.
be a hard counter, but I want to try this. I want to lose. I know I'm going to lose, but I want to try.
Excuse me. Obviously, objectively, triple worms is the best possible team composition. So I don't know what you're talking about. As we were saying, it is 3 of a kind, class-wise, and so that means Anor is all in on the saps and Failure is all in on the worms. So naturally that means that Anor is going to have lots of slow, big aura characters, and since she already took Numbing Gust on her first sap, elected to take a whole bunch of rekindling, so tons of Pyre life for her. Then for Failure, relatively low damage, with a 15 base damage worms, unless he takes some Seize Chance on them. But comparatively much quicker, of course. And does have some unblockable throws.
Exile.
And speaking of throws, Honor will go with a quick throwing Manly. And that was a Bottled Void on Palmas as well, so look out. Of course, hard to predict exactly what the outcome will be whenever you take Bottled Void, but it would certainly mess with Phaler's plans every now and again. Just went with the 30 rekindling. Yeah, that's interesting. Certainly had the option to go much further than that, rekindling-wise. Phaler's all set and ready to go. So here we are, all saps versus all worms. The immovable objects versus the unstoppable forces. Which one will emerge victorious? There is the extra mobile immovable object, though, with the nutrition stick, setting up that quick 5 damage throw from Volfred. And there is the nutrition stick plunge from Volfred. Honor's specialty, of course, does mean that he's gone for this round. Volfred is. Phaler's throw just short of the target. But everyone's down on Honor's side. That triggers Numbing Gust, slowing Phaler down, but technically speaking, the worms are the fastest exiles when Numbing Gust is active, and so if there is such a thing as a Numbing Gust counter, Phaler does have it. There you saw, of course, able to travel the length of the entire arena, even with Numbing Gust, before any of the saps came back. But Honor has back here with Volfred, her most dangerous scorer, I think it's safe to say, because of his extra mobility. Oh, there is a well-timed stunning claim from Phaler, making it so that he is the only exile capable of moving. To get enough on that throw, he did. 23 damage there. And an Honor first the orb here, but Phaler snuffs that out. Seize Chance is active on one of Phaler's worms. This is it, but the throw is just short. Volfred on the move once again. He's the extra mobile sap. And therefore Phaler trying to take him out. Down he goes. That does activate Seize Chance if Phaler can get the orb quickly, but Honor's throw is intercepted. Phaler speeds forward. Takes out one sap, but Honor locks down the orb with a sapling. And now on the move with Volfred. And gets a quick throw in here for 6. Honor first to the orb. Volfred retreats, gives it up to Manly, who has the quick throw, and from some distances, sap throws are unblockable. That may have been the case there. Honor with Palmas, which is over to Manly. Palmas, remember, has Bottled Void. Manly has the quick throwing Star Splinter. Here's Volfred. Phaler wary of him plunging straight into the Pyre. And he does get a throw off here for 11. Honor chipping away at Phaler's Pyre life. And of course, Honor has rekindling, but Phaler does not. And that banished the last of Honor's exiles. Phaler, oh, getting a little greedy there. Switching over to a different worm. Might have had enough speed to make it in if he had gone for the first one. And watch out for those exploding saplings as well. Honor moving in with Volfred. He has the extra blink ability, but his throw is intercepted. Phaler on the counter. Oh, and that is blocked, though. Honor loses one sap. That leaves just Palmas here, her least offensively oriented of all the saps. Volfred links next to the Pyre, gets another quick 7 damage throw in here. And it's Volfred once again. Well shielded. Two-pronged sap attack will seal the deal.
Good game.
GG.
conducted with aplomb.
I had to go Titan Tooth first, and then jump with my first worm so that when you shield, I stun you. That would have been the correct play. Damn it.
War says valiant effort nonetheless.
Yeah, I did pull off a seize chance score, which was something. And like every time you die when you throw, so like every time I was like a few frames late. Could work. There was not a 0 chance. But I mean, there was.
Well, let us know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to see for this one, because this may be our last one between Anor and Phaler. Anor was saying she's looking to swap out pretty soon, and therefore, if there is anyone in chat who's interested in hopping in here, then maybe, Oh, this time! Oh, hold on. Anor? What is this? The Imp Arena. Okay. I think we are all caught up on our song requests here, but let us know if there's anything else we want to hear. Next week. Okay. Anor throwing the gauntlet back at Core this time. Of course, about a month ago, we saw Core doing just that, and what turned out to be an epic showdown between those two. Now, what exactly were they fighting over? It wasn't 100% clear, but what did matter was that there was some genuine animosity and some very close matches. Now they're making faces at each other and everything. Okay, looks like we're just gonna have Isla Kalamer here, though, barring any last-minute requests. That appears to be it. Oh, except, hold on, not so fast. Customize off for the last one as well.
The night wings shall
Oh, but the sermon intro! Ah, it wasn't fast enough. For Anor, it is an imp, a cur, and a harp. For Phaler, it is 2 savages and an imp. Titan Tooth for Anor on Tamitha. That is a very strong setup. Was that a bottom void for Phaler? It looked like it was for a second there. Star Sign, so he has super portals, giving him infinite stamina when he goes through them.
have made their mark upon
As he plunges here with Tizo. Always get these late. Oh, Black Hoof on Anor's Messenger Imp. I suppose of all the characters to not be able to pick up the orb, an imp is not the worst one. That's the Titan Tooth. So Anor stunning Phaler and giving her a bit of an opportunity here. Oh, not quite enough time to get the throw off, though. Phaler with Almer. Blocked. Oh, and banishes the defender. And finds a way in.
to the fires of his foe.
Wall of Imps blocking Anor a little bit. Has the Imp Salute as well. I'm afraid even in Howler form, you still cannot pick up the orb. As Phaler loops around and finds a way in. It does seem that way, doesn't it, Brawlenbird? It really does sometimes. The game is just like, so I heard that you usually don't like to take these talismans, so I'm gonna make sure that somebody takes these talismans. Oh, through the portal goes Anor this time, and Glory Dive gives her some extra damage on that curve plunge. But Dalber out for this round. Oh, and opening here for Almer. As Anor uses Stamitha to propel her teammate forward, but does get the orb back. Albert back to defend against a stowaway who sneaks around the other way and in for 20, dropping Anor down to just 5. Now, of course, there's always the chance of an unexpected right light, giving the built-in 20 rekindling. However, chances are slim. That's the Titan Tooth stun. And Honor, switches into her other exile with a harp salute as well. So she goes in with the Dalbert rather than Tamitha. And then stuns Almer as he tries to hop in. Has a portal. Gets infinite stamina. Stuns the defender, but goes down. Moving in with her Imp, who of course cannot pick up the orb, despite having a great scoring opportunity here. Tries to guard the orb, but has to wait for Tamitha, as she is, for the most part, the only one capable of scoring for Honor here, putting her in a very tough position, but does stun Phaler here. Blocked, but does Titan Tooth the defender once again, and then pushes her way in. So Honor not going down without a fight, but it does mean that Tamitha is now out for this round. Oh, Phaler sneaks in for the winning plunge.
Good game.
GG.
Their pyre burns, whilst that of their adversaries is but ash. Thus end this night's proceedings.
Well played. All right, let's head on back. Blackhoof Imp versus Aoob's. Was it really Aoob's Wing Imp on the other side?
Yep.
Super Imp versus Cursed Imp, as it turns out. The talisman difference, indeed. Well, thanks for stopping by, Honor. Good to have you, as always. And Cacao, absolutely. Always great to have you. And Phaler, just to check in on you, how are you doing? Do you want to stick around? You want to swap out as well? What are you thinking?
I'm good for a few more.
Good for a few more? Okay. So let's get Cacao in here then, as the first one to volunteer to take Honor's spot. Let's see. Are you on Steam right now? Because at the moment, I don't... There we go. I was about to say, I wasn't seeing you until about 5 seconds ago. Give us your cur, Phaler, says Core. Core puts us on the book. Oh, and the sermon, we can put the sermon intro on now. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm
All right.
Okay, let's switch over. This will now be Cacao. And Cacao, who would you like to play as today? Glorious Tradition? Oh, wait. Isn't that right at the beginning? There it is. Is it usually Accusers for you? Is it Accusers? That's my guess. Yes? Okay. Just double checking. Just double checking. Okay, and Brawlenbert, just to make sure, officially locks in the cur. So, just to clarify, are we talking 1 cur? 2 curs? 3 curs? Does that mean for both players? Just Phaler? What exactly is the cur count we're talking about here? Let's say at least 1 cur in the match, okay? So 1 person at least needs to take 1 cur at least. Not very restrictive. I'm sure these two can find a way to make sure that across the two of them, at least somebody has a cur. So let's get this thing started then.
I bid you welcome, exiles. Welcome to the Book of Rites. You are gathered to conduct this rite. Try not to let the
Oh,
pressure get
yeah, your
to
controls might be slightly different. Hold on.
you. Accusers, stand prepared. The
Good call. Oh, and we forgot to turn customize back on. Also, there's that. So that's definitely something that we need to do as well. Controls. Does this look right? Also, do you have controls? Or no? Also, remote play said you weren't allowed to do anything. So that was also an important thing to check. Now you can. then let's make sure that we are able to set up those curves. I mean, there's a chance that Customize Off was going to give us at least one curve, but no, let's play it safe. That right there is some extra sermon intro value.
Hear me, exiles. You stand within the Book of Rites itself. You now have this chance to prove yourselves. The stars themselves shall be your witnesses. Accusers, stand ready. The faint, stand ready. Who shall stand
All right.
together here this
So,
night?
just across the two of you, there needs to be at least one cur. Doesn't need to be Cacao, doesn't need to be... Well, I mean, it seemed as though there was a strong sense of encouragement for Failure to be one to take at least a single cur. But, technically speaking, just one cur across the two of you, at a minimum. Oh, Cacao starts with a Black Claw Ignarius. Cursed. Baylor leads off with a Titan Tooth Dalbert, so he'll stun anyone that he jumps into, and there is our cur. Then Cacao also takes Titan Tooth, though it's on Volfred. Do we really not see Demon versus Cur all that often? You'd think we would. But maybe. Then it's a Ninja Stowaway for Cacao. At least in the first position. It's not that often that we see demons in the first position outside of the boat. Then it is a Rekindling Quick Throwing Volfred for Phaler. So here we go, and Phaler speeds around with that cur, plunging for 20 here. No prayer beads on Dalbert, although this time it's Rookie plunging for 20. And back around once again with Dalbert this time. Now it's Rookie's turn. It was Dalbert's turn, but this time he's blocked. And Rookie follows up for the 20 damage plunge. Dalbert.
Quench the fires of this foe. No more than a lick of flame.
Rookie blocked. And banished. Black Claw means no casting, but Ignarius does maintain his aura when he has the orb. Oh, and Phaler sneaks in. But there is the Rekindling, it's 50. So Cacao holds on here. Phaler's back at it. Rookie, this time going up. And Dalbert this time tries going down, but gets taken out. Iggy knocks back one defender and plunges here for 30. Oh, and Dalbert cut off there and got stunned as well from the Titan Tooth. Cacao may be stuck in non-stop absolutes. Not sure what that was all about, but Baylor plunges for the win. Was that
Maybe that's why we
intended?
don't see Kerr versus Demon in the first matchup very often.
The ceremony is complete.
He still got it.
So this was the meta maybe 4 years ago. That's what it looked like.
Until the stars align.
Yeah, Phaler with curves in the book. It does seem like that is definitely one of his specialties. Well, let us know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to see for the next one. Yeah, you can probably make it work on other maps as well, just for whatever reason. I mean, the book is small, of course, so that definitely helps. Means there's not much time to react to those curves, but it does seem as though the book tends to be one of the most common places for the triple cur matchup, and it tends to work quite well there. Lament of Orpheus. Hold on, that is a Tariq one, so let's turn off the in-game music there, and then let's resummon Tariq Bot. Am I going to spell Orpheus correctly? That is the question. Apparently I did. Kind of weird that versus mode only uses one layout for the book. Yeah, I suppose so.
No, we can make it alternate between rounds. I did it once accidentally. I could probably recreate it.
Via modding?
Yeah.
You heard it here. Maybe it's possible. Maybe it is possible to make it work. But let us know if there's anything else we'd like for this next one. Obviously, we have the song all lined up and ready to go. Will that be all? Last one was, of course, book and curves, as we were just talking about. But don't look back. Yeah, want me to uninvite you and reinvite you? I can do that if it was acting up a little bit there. Alright, invite sent. Ah. And now it is. Thank you. Looks like this will be it, though. So we can get this one started, and we'll just have these two take whatever they want to take.
The accusers shall confront.
Oh, well. Well, I mean, talk about arenas where there tends to be a certain type of setup that becomes particularly popular. You didn't see anything. What? Yeah? Can you not see the game screen here? Okay, hold on. Let me... I can uninvite you and reinvite you again. That's weird. That's kind of weird. Harumi says, looking at the code, it should be very easy. I assume you're referring to mixing up the obstacle setup in the book. And have it alternate between rounds. Sounds like that may be the ultimate goal. Changing just one line to mix up the Book of Rites obstacle. Sounds promising. Alright, well, it seems we have Cacao back in here. You ready? Okay, awesome. Between rounds might be a little bit harder, but it shouldn't be impossible. Alright, it's a Luminous Idol Pamitha in the first spot, meaning she'll get full stamina whenever she picks up the orb. Alright, and that is a Bottled Void Tizo. That is, of course, the setup I was alluding to, or one of the setups I was alluding to, most significantly, is the Bottled Void, sucking in neighboring exiles like a vacuum cleaner and potentially bringing them into the aura for banishment, if that character gets brought back from banishment. Honor is enthused about a book with different obstacles. Core with the meta comments about Lids' meta commentary. And now Lids is commenting on his own meta commentary. Oh, that's so meta. Oh, and Cacao going for the prayer beads sap play there with Palmas. That's a bold move. Bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off for him. Alright, and here we go. Baylor messing around with the Bottled Void shenanigans. And there it is, setting it off. Although Cacao, perhaps relatively prepared for it, yet loses everybody eventually in a series of banishments. Not directly from the Bottled Void, though, which I suppose is all you can really ask for. But Baylor does manage to plunge uncontested here for 20, using Tamitha. No prayer beads on her, though, so she's gone for this round. There's the Bottled Void again, that time causing some more chaos. But this time it's Baylor who loses everyone. Bottled Void giveth, and Bottled Void taketh away. Snadra, blocked, vanished. There's the Bottled Void, though. Cacao trying to find a way through, but loses with Lendl. Taylor trying to forge a way through. Has that imp right on top of the Pyre, and so does make a very dangerous portal position. And of course, that is the Bottled Void Exile. However, there is the Sap Plunge with Prayer Beads, so that means Palmas is coming back. There's Bottled Void. And there is a series of banishments from that Bubble Void exile, clearing out the way for Phaler's other exiles, including that Titan Tooth on Tamitha. Oh, that time it's a throw from Phaler for 13. Big implosion there from Phaler, clearing out the way for Tamitha with this 20 damage throw. Oh, and that is a very speedy move there. Look at that, the switch into Palmas so that he can plunge in with prayer beads. Expertly done. Phaler goes straight on in with his imp. Now, of course, that is the Bottle Void exile, so no prayer beads and no Bottle Void for this round. But Phaler is defenseless here, so time for Cacao. Throws it for 20, dropping Phaler down to 10. But huge implosion there from Phaler. Through the portal he goes. And with an uncontested throw here, scores for 20, dropping Cacao down to just 12. Now, saw the switch into the sap previously after that type of setup. That might have been the intention. Lendl returns, but Phaler's on the move, and the throw sneaks in. Oh, but it's just 6. Phaler, all well shielded from Cacao. There's the Ball of Void. Chaos ensues, but look at this opening for Cacao. Goes for the throw and seals the deal.
The accusers prevail.
GG.
Their pyre nearly was extinguished there, but no. The rite is done.
Well played, you two.
Until the next rite.
Honor approves of the sap plays. Well, let us know, chat, if there's anything else you'd like to see for the next one. That one we did the song, but I think that was about it. We happened to get the Cairn, and then Ball of Void shenanigans ensued, of course. But let us tell TariqBot to leave, unless, of course, there's another TariqBot related song we'd like for this one. Any takers? Or anything else for that matter. Anor needs to head out. Well, thanks for stopping by, Anor. Good to have you. Have a good night. All right, and seeing no... Oh, well, that's the reset button. Seeing no... Go away, reset button. Go away, reset button. Go away, reset button. One moment. It really wants us to press the reset button. Like, really, really wants us to... So who is interested in playing Nightwings versus Accusers? There we are. Okay. Who did we have? Phaler at player 2, Cal player 1. Phaler is not a CPU. There we are. There we go. Now let us turn the in-game music back on, since we have taken TariqBot off stage. Oh, certain plan. Do we have that one built in? I don't remember if we've modded that one in or not.
We have.
We have? Okay. There it is. All right. And other than that, is there anything we'd like? Oh, Glade of Lou, I want to show him. Says Cacao, okay. A specific plan in mind, perhaps? A certain plan. In which case, let's get started.
The accusers shall take on the fate.
Well, only one way to find out if it works. We shall see.
Who shall
For science!
the rights?
New meta incoming, question mark? We're about to find out. Thorned, not Lendl in the first spot. Okay. What are we gonna witness here? What are we gonna see?
Alma.
Of course, Phaler isn't just gonna let Cacao do all that stuff. So he goes with a Ninja Almer. Okay, next it's another Nomad. What's up, Duff? How's it going? How are you? The pyres are lit, and we are about to get things started for this next rite. Cacao says, some new experimental setup here. Not entirely sure what it's all about just yet, though. Phaler goes with the Crone Salute there on Bertrude so he can transform all of Cacao's characters into defenseless howlers once during this rite, giving him what is more or less a free score. Then last one for Cacao here. So what are we thinking, chat? What is the plan? It did seem like there was a bit of several things built around increased duration of banishment, so you would have perhaps anticipated seeing a longer banishment demon, but no, that's not the case here. But Cacao says, don't worry, I have a certain plan. Okay, there goes Exploding Worm. And here we go. What exactly are we gonna see here, though? That is the question. As Phaler gets to start us with a throw. Teleports the orb and gets intercepted with the throw this time, though. Now brings back some friends. Then goes down to Bertrude, who also proceeds to go down. Okay. Lots of nomads, yes, but what? At the same time, I'm trying to keep my eyes and ears peeled for something new and unexpected. Whatever it is that Cacao has been trying to set up here. But it's Phaler back on the orb and snipes a quick 20 damage throw in here. All according to plan, apparently. Though I'm still not sure what that plan is. Just casually ignore as that orb quite literally phases through one of the opposing players. Phaler picks it back up with Bertrude. Not quite quick enough on that throw, though. Big explosion. Takes out all but Hedwyn brings back his friends. Hedwyn goes down. Rather, his friends go down, but he's still in here. Now he's banished. Now Cacao defenseless. Leaves Phaler some time to get this 20 damage throw off.
Now go on, just once more.
Almer, banish. Oh! Stylish 360 cast there. As Phaler's throw is just wide, but he teleports to the orb right next to the pyre and waltzes on in for that plunge and triggers the rekindling. That means Phaler now can use that Crone Salute for a free score. Drop Cacao down to 20, and his next score is all he needs to finish the job. Will this be it? Yes, it will.
The fate prevails.
Good game.
GG.
their adversaries utterly. The rite is ended.
Well played, you two. Let's head on back. Can't show my plan against savages. Just does not work against the savages, apparently. It's okay, it's still in scientific testing. It's still in the beta phase. It's not yet ready for publishing. But just you wait. Just you wait. One of these days, it will be unveiled in full. And you won't believe what you see. But for now, we'll reset. Of course, let us know if there's anything else you'd like to see for this next one. Path to Glory is, of course, the theme of Cacao's team. Will that be all, though?
I think I'll do 2 more of these.
Okay, Failur's in for 2 more, so heads up. If there are people in chat who are looking to get in on the action soon, then we'll be looking for someone to take Failur's spot in the not-so-distant future. Lava it shall be, at the pit of, or rather, Nessa Triesta, I should say. Unless that also qualifies as lava, which honestly, I'm not sure we know what this is. Primordial ooze?
It's E-block goo.
Yeah. Not good stuff. Acid equals green lava. Confirmed. Exactly. What is acid, if not green lava? Alright, so we have an arena, we have a song. Anything else, or will that be all? True. True, need to draw strength from the song. Lava is just rock soup. I mean, technically true. Technically, kinda true. Cook the rocks enough, they become lava. Hence, lava is rock stew / soup. Actually, kinda true. Anyways, looks like that'll be all. So let's get started.
The accusers versus the fate. Welcome.
Alright, so no requests affecting your team composition here. You are free to take whatever you'd like. Cacao said, last time my plan got foiled by some teleporting ninja savages, and so leads off with a ninja savage with the stowaway. Whereas Failure this time, seeing that we are on the Harp home arena, takes Tamitha with Titan Tooth, so she'll stun anyone that she flies into. My turn to play on the savages. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Alma.
Make that a second savage with Almer. Then Failure also goes to Savage Route with the Stowaway. Cacao finishes with a Web Lanthorn Raji. Whereas Failure rounds things out with a RITE NITE Urtrude, so it actually takes 20 rekindling. You don't tend to see that outside of the occasional customized off matches, of course. Oh, and Cacao teleported to the orb right in front of the Failures Pyre, but off target with the throw. Failure waiting for the orb to come back, picks it up here with Tamitha. And nearly hard pushes his way in. But keeps on the pressure here with those Ninja Savages. So this is the Stowaway plunging for 20. And she had Prayer Beads, so she's coming back. Not that it's going to matter here, because this is Tamitha doing the job this time. She did not have Prayer Beads, though. That means Failure is down 1 exile now. And currently with just Bertrude. Down she goes, means that currently the orb is finding its way uncontested into the Pyre for 20. Ooh, and Cacao going for a quick snipe there as well. Gets rid of one of the defenders. Doesn't have that kind of range, though. Teleports once again. And, wait. Threw it in, and then I think teleported to the orb as you were throwing it. For a second there, I was like, did you actually plunge? It was a throw. It was still a throw, as was this. But I'm not sure I've seen that before. Quick throw, then teleports to the orb and plunges here. And we did see Failure take Stubborn Flame on Bertrude, which means that if Cacao is in the lead, Cacao will deal 10 less damage, as was the case there. But now Failure plunging with Tamitha for 20. And so Failure technically back in the lead here, ever so slightly. So Cacao back at full damage, with an opportunity here to score, and does so for 15 on that throw from the Imp. And now with Cacao back in the lead means Cacao get back to having 10 less damage, but that will flip back over here as Failure plunges for 20 with the stowaway. Throw is intercepted. And Failure just needs one score here to finish the job. Oh, and Vanishing throws for Cacao. Scores for 20. Now remember, Failure did take Right Light, which means he does have 20 Rekindling. So Cacao actually does still need at least a couple of scores here. And that's the stun from Titan Tooth, slowing Cacao down. Oh, but just barely in time with the the save there, and teleported to the orb while it was over the lava and lost an exile in the process. Failure resists the urge to do the same here. Tamitha back with it for Failure. Goes around the other way, but does still go down. Failure attempt number 2. Opts to the other side, but Cacao able to chase down the stowaway. Now Cacao's turn. Throw bounces all over the place. Down goes Bertrude. Here comes the stowaway for Failure. And plunges for the win. Savage mirrors do not lack excitement. This much is certainly true.
Savage mirrors are probably the most, like, technically advanced, or, like, technically skill testing mirrors that you can have.
I mean, it's like, there is no downtime. The orb is sitting still for a split second, and both players are teleporting to the orb. There's no time to think. It's all action. Gotta be fast. Gotta be quick. Gotta be ready for anything. All right, and Failure, were you saying one more at this point?
Yeah, this next one's my last one.
Okay, so this one will be Failure's last, and so if there is anything you want to see between Cacao and Failure, this is your last chance to make it happen. So Cacao goes Wonderwall. No! No, Oasis, get out of here. I've had enough of your morning glory. Okay, let's see. Waterwall. Let's see.
No, he meant the arena. Waterfall.
Oh!
William.
Oh! Is that so? It was an arena request. That is true. That is true. I mean, if you'd like to do Waterwall, that is a song on the Transistor soundtrack that is an option. But Fall of Solium. And why? Okay, thank you, Core. Core's got my back. Core's got me covered. Thanks, Core. Well, that's not... Excuse me? Oh. Apparently, there's another song with the words Transistor and Waterwall that TariqBot thinks we are requesting when we are not. There we go. That's more like it. That's what we were expecting. Just keeping us on our toes. Just keeping us on our toes. Also, may have destroyed Failure and Cacao's eardrums for a second there. They were definitely not expecting that. Let's also turn off the in-game music while we're at it. Okay, so we have the song, we have the arena. Anything else? Second Waterwall? Question mark. That was Wisty's request for the questionable staticky Waterwall. Drinkbot's making life a little difficult today. Cacaw's turning customize off, that is fitting. The last one between these two. That is a nice way to give us a ceremonial conclusion to this showdown. Oh, 2 masteries though. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We can still make it happen. We can still make it happen. Also, here we go. There it is. There it is. Don't worry. I got you. I got you. So, of course, we'll have to guess what we end up with here, but with just 2 masteries, the number of potential combinations is quite lower. Cow with, looks like, 2 savages and a worm. Failer with a worm, an imp, and a sap. Fairly defensive team here for Failer, fairly offensive team in the case of Cacao. So this will be an interesting matchup for that reason. Cacao, oh, does have a ninja savage here with Gareth. Not quite the speed of throw that perhaps one is usually looking for when it comes to the ninja savages, but it is a ninja savage nonetheless. Worm versus worm, Failer wins out there. Although, once again, as we were saying, you blink, and those savages will be teleporting onto the orb. Failer's throw is unblockable. Oh, and has extra damage there on Gilman, so that's 23. Gilman, once again, goes down. Gareth. He's so hot right now. So much so that he's just too good for the downside at the moment. He has to be banished. There he is. Over to Gilman. That being the Cow's Gilman, who also has extra damage. What? Of course, the worm base damage is usually 15. So it is a little surprising to see both players hitting for 23 there. And it's still active, so not exactly sure what the setup is. Yeah, teleport means no faster sprint or jump, unfortunately for Gareth. That was 18 damage that time on the throw from Failer. Gareth. He's not quick enough this time. Failer out for blood with Messenger Imp. Vanishes the entirety of the team. Oh, Typhoon Bottle. We saw it for a second there. Is theoretically a potential factor if everyone gets banished on Cacao's side. Failer off to the races, though. Gilman for Cacao. Trying to find an opening past Messenger Imp, but cannot find that opening after all. Oh, and look at that! The moon drops, giving infinite stamina to Failer. Gilman for Cacao. Oh, looked like he had an opening there. Just didn't quite have enough time to get throw off in time, though. Whereas Failer does return the favor here for 19 on this throw. As we were saying, with those worms having extra damage, they do have enough to deal 17. So for that reason, there's the Fairy Spirit triggering. Failer gets infinite stamina on the sap, maybe not his preferred target for that. But outside of Messenger Imp, I think Failer can deal enough damage with any of his exiles. Gilman for Cacao. Goes down, that triggers Fairy Spirit. Failer goes back to pick it up for the infinite stamina on his worm. So now it's Gilman speeding ahead. Trying to find that opening. The throw is unblockable. And it lands for the winning score.
Good game.
GG. Failer worm is a treat. Alright, well played, you two. Let's head on back, and as Failer was saying, that will be his last one for tonight, which means we're looking for someone else to swap in and take his place. Is there anyone in chat who is interested in doing just that? Any takers? Wisty Ken. Awesome. Awesome. Way out of practice? Ah, don't worry about it. And just to check in on you, Cacao, are you good to stick around? You want to swap out as well? How are you feeling? All right, invite sent to Wisty.
Howdy.
Hey, how's it going? The cow's good for a few more matches. See you, Core. Thanks for stopping by. Good to have you. Let's see. We technically are all water walled out. Well, technically, actually, Wisty, you did also have a water wall request, so if we'd like to, we can go double water wall here. Now let's reset ourselves before we forget as well. Unless, of course, there's anything in chat you guys would like to see for this next one, in which case, let us know. Otherwise, we'll set back to our defaults. It is, of course, the first one for tonight for Wisty, and Wisty was just saying, maybe a little rusty, so perhaps we gave a little bit of time for them to warm up. No worries, no worries. All right, pin him a leaf. So yeah, I mean, we can do a double water wall if you'd like, or if you want, we can switch it to a different song, whatever you prefer. And let me switch around your name and sigil and all that stuff. Will it be Pyre Hearts for you today? What are you thinking?
Sure.
Sure? All right. Nice. As we all know, of course, objectively the superior triumvirate, naturally speaking. You know, it's not really up for debate. The polls are in. The studies have been conducted. And the results are unanimous. It's the Pyre Hearts. Alright. Not seeing anything else. And Wissy, was there a different song that you wanted to do other than Waterwall, or double Waterwall is
Yeah,
fine?
Can we do Sandbox?
Sandbox? Sure. Oh, hold on. Is he quick enough? Is he quick enough? Oh, perfect timing. Perfect timing. Okay, now is TariqBot going to cooperate or not? Great question. I have no idea. We're about to find out, though. It would help if I spelled it correctly. Hold on. Really? Oh, well, I spelled that so incredibly wrong. So incredibly wrong. Hold on. That's a me problem. That is not a TariqBot problem. That's a me problem. There we go. That's more like it. Look, just sit back, relax. TariqBot has us covered. Don't worry about it. Okay, now let's start.
The accusers shall now face the Pyre Hearts. Welcome.
Okay, so no requests affecting your team composition. You are free to take whatever you'd like. Of course, there's a lot of meme potential here in the pit, so we'll see if either player opts to go in that direction.
Exile.
It's a Prayer Beans Gareth in the first spot there for Cacao.
Messenger Imp.
Wissy goes with a defensive messenger imp. Sometimes you get stuck in the goo. The green lava, as I believe we determined it was earlier today.
It's Mountain Dew.
This is the source of all Mountain Dew, right? Messenger Imp in second spot there for Cacao.
My thing keeps getting overwritten.
Oh.
Like,
What do you mean?
My cursor moves to the middle of the screen.
Hmm.
Exile.
Okay. Might be worth unplugging and replugging your controller. That's the easy and first option. As to whether it will prove effective or not, that's a different question.
I've never seen that happen before, so I don't know what.
It's maybe happened to us on a few prior occasions, but don't remember it being too much of an issue in the past, so hopefully it'll sort itself out. Then a very large presence, Manly, in the last spot there for Cacao. Any improvements that you can tell? I'm
Yeah,
not.
it seems to be fine.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I don't see it moving around. Then it is a Stubborn Flame Bertrude in the last spot there for Wisty, so another defensive option there. And here's Cacao trying to bounce off the walls a little bit, but ends up getting banished. Wisty on the attack with a very quick Lady River. Gareth. Off the wall and into the Pyre he goes.
To strike their adversary's flank.
The stylish kind of score that only Gareth, of course, can achieve. Wisty. Hop straight on in. Plunging for 30 here. Wisty explodes, taking out Gareth in the process. But loses Bertrude as well, leaving just Lady River. Waiting to get the stamina back, but it doesn't come back quickly enough to avoid the defender. And then, big plunge here from Cacao. Bertrude, first the orb. Narrowly avoids the sap aura there. Back to Bertrude. Bertrude trying to find an opening here. Big implosion from Messenger in. He's back already and takes out the entirety of Cacao's team. So Gareth is back with a stylish save. Now on the attack, trying to bounce off the wall and in. Not this time. Not this time. Bertrude through the portal, but Cacao has it covered. Gareth. Oh, somehow avoids banishment there. And then does a bit of a black magic jump curving into the Pyre. But Stubborn Flame is active as Cacao is in the lead and therefore is dealing 10 less damage. That is, again, one of those masteries coming from Bertrude. Back and forth. Enough to throw Cacao off there. Setting up some plunges here for Wisty. Gareth down. Bertrude goes down as well. Oh, and off of everything from Gareth, but he does go down. Wisty waiting for some reinforcements to go along with Messenger in. Does have that portal, but it is fairly covered at the moment. Bertrude goes through the portal. Gareth, not so fast. Ooh, but the sapling bounces the cast back in Bertrude's face. She goes down. Oh, an opportunity perhaps for a quick imp throw here for precisely 1 damage. Well shielded. Wisty loses Lady River there. Now, through the portal. Plunging here for 10. Lady River. Bertrude. Thinking about it. Oh, close there, but falls just shy of making it into the Pyre. Lady River, the only one back here. Now trying to go the sap throwing route, but not quick enough on that throw. Oh, and Gareth nearly off the wall and in that time, but just shy. We see a bit of an opening. The throw from Lady River, oh, is just short. Gareth's throw cut a little bit short there. Just 9 damage. The imp throw intercepted. Counterattack from Gareth. Bertrude cuts that off. Gets the orb through the portal. And plunges here for 30. That drops Cacao down to just 25, which means a Bertrude plunge would be sufficient. And Bertrude had prayer beads, so she's back. This throw, can't get it off in time. Wisty banishes Gareth before he can finish it. Wisty on the attack. Throw intercepted. Gareth. Sniped. Bertrude through the portal. Oh, except there's the rekindling, and it's 50. The second life bar. Keeping Cacao in this match. Imp versus Imp. Lady River, oh, speeds forward. But Manly in position to cut her off. River takes out Manly this time. And another defender as well, but finally does go down. Big implosion. Gareth somehow emerges unscathed. Eyeing that portal. Now making his move. But his throw is short. And then he gets banished. Bertrude now. Over to Messenger Imp. Messenger Imp down for Wisty. Gareth jumps through the portal and ends up pretty much where he initiated that jump. Oh, Bertrude through the portal. And potentially in an attacking position here. Cut off by Manly. And banished by him as well. Gareth overran the orb. Now he has it, though. Throw intercepted. Wisty through the portal. Banished. Gareth still over there. Goes for a very quick throw. Just 3 damage. Bertrude. Goes down. Lady River. Messenger Imp back to Lady River. Locked. Still in it here, though. Now goes down. Oh, Gareth! Finds the opening. Stubborn Flame active reduces his damage. Bertrude. And with that Stubborn Flame active means that right now, Cacao would still need 2 scores. Ooh, double banishment there, leaving just Gareth remaining. He's banished. Wisty through the portal, although the portal location changed as the Imp got banished just as Bertrude was going through it. Bertrude, stamina back. Trying to find a way past Manly. But Manly blocks. And Bertrude goes down. Gareth teleports to the orb. Gareth. Throw intercepted. Lady River now. She's banished. Wisty defenseless for the moment. Time for Cacao, perhaps. Oh, Bertrude back just in time for the interception. Here she is. She's cut off. Manly. Long-range throw. Is it enough? Gets deflected. Lady River. Over one defender. No, not quite. Cacao has a very dangerous portal. Through it he goes. Oh, but it's still not enough. Wisty in position defensively. Wisty on the Pyre's doorstep. Banished. Huge banishment from Wisty, though. Cacao defenseless here, but the orb is hiding in that corner. Can Wisty get it in time? No. Cacao. With Gareth. Off the wall and in! 10 damage plunge. Remember that Stubborn Flame reduces the damage, and therefore Wisty's still holding on here. But next score could be all it takes for Cacao. Will it be Gareth? Not this time. Bertrude, banished. Lady River against Gareth. Gareth's throw will finish it.
GG.
GG. Portals, explosions, close defenses all over the place. What a match. Indeed. What a match. Looks like we have quite the match up between these two. Alright, so let's reset ourselves to our defaults. But let us know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to see between these two. And we will reset our song as well. Unless there's something else that we'd like to hear. Also pretty sure the song was about to end, but alas. I think one more match for Cacao. Okay, so in that case, it was a great matchup there in that first showdown, but this might be our last chance to see more Wisty versus Cacao. So if there is anything that you really want to see between these two, let us know. Never to return accusers. Cacao says, I need my team song. If it's going to be my last one. Understandable. Understandable. Drawing upon that power once again. The song is all set. Is there anything else, though? Looks like that will be all here. So let's get it started, and we'll have these two take whatever they want to take. Oh, and I hear imps. That, of course, means Isle of Kalamer.
The Pyre Hearts. Welcome.
And no requests affecting your team composition, so you are free to take whatever you'd like here. Cacao goes Luminous Idol Zaxiana, so she will regain all of her stamina whenever she picks up the orb. Whereas Wisty goes range throws on a ninja stowaway. Cacao with a quick throwing numbing gust Volfred means that if everyone is banished on Cacao's side, Wisty will be unable to sprint, jump, throw, or use any of their special abilities. Wisty goes with a meta demon here, quick throws and banishing throws at that. Then lastly for Cacao, it is a power casting Lendl. And last for Wissy is a Prayer Bead saluting Bertrude, allowing Wissy to transform all of Cacao's exiles into defenseless howlers once. Cacao using that harp salute. But it is Wisty here, using an early version of that crone salute, and so there's that 25 damage on the plunge, but of course can only use that once. That means no longer an option. Wisty stuck a little bit in the middle there with all of those imps. A wall of them. It's Jody. She's banished. That leaves Wisty defenseless for the moment. Oh, and there is a very quick throw from Volfred. Actually, not full damage, though. Once again, wall of imps in the middle. Wisty teleports to the orb, though. Throw is intercepted. And that is passed to the harp, and then harp saluting into Lendl, and Lendl plunging for 20. Zaxiana switches once again into Volfred this time, but he's banished. Jody. Bertrude. Bertrude, oh, but the sapling is just big enough to take her out. Volfred, not this time. No one back to stop Wisty this time around, but the Numbing Gust is active, preventing Wisty from sprinting, jumping, or throwing, so Wisty has to wait for someone to get back if Wisty is looking to throw. Zaxiana sniped. Ooh, watch out for those exploding saplings as well. Now going around the other way, but Jody cuts that off. Once again, the imps playing a big role here, consistently creating a wall between the two sides. Now trying to choose which way to go. That's a sap throw, and from some ranges, it is unblockable. May have been the case there. Do we get alternate versions of songs at the Isle of Kalamer? If so, we don't hear them very often, but this feels like it sounds slightly different. With only Celeste.
The flame is stricken.
As that is a 13 damage throw coming from Wisty this time. It is, yeah, because we hear the Tariq only versions at the Glade of Lu, not super often, but with certainly more regularity than this. This honestly might be the first time we've had this happen. And we've had that mod for a long time. Zoxiana. Look at the range on that throw. Off target this time, though. Not this time.
With force of will.
And that's the full 25, dropping Wissy down to just 11.
Once more like that, and we are finished here.
Cow, oh, not fast enough this time. Bertrude for Wisty. Over to Jody. Jody down as well. Will it be Lendl? Wisty says no. Wisty defenseless. Jody back. Bertrude back. Time for the counterattack, perhaps. Bertrude snags the orb. Unblockable throw doesn't have enough on it. Oh, it's just short. Wisty back defensively. Jody sidesteps the cast. Wall of Imps once again playing a role here. Jody vanishes one, but goes down. Cow with the quick counter. Will it be Lendl? Yes, it will.
The accusers
Good game.
prevail.
GG.
The scribes themselves surely have taken note. The right
Lendl MVP. I mean, he is your team captain. He is technically your team captain, so it is fitting in that way. Well played.
until the next right.
Thanks for stopping by, Cacao. Good to have you, and have a good night. All right. So, as we were saying, Cacao will be swapping out here. And that means we're looking for someone to take Cacao's place to face off against Wisty. Is there anyone in chat who would like to do the honors? Harumi can. Awesome. Awesome. Let me send you the invite then, Harumi. Here you are.
Hello.
And Harumi, which triumvirate would you like to be today? What are you thinking? Is today an Essence Day, a Dissonance Day? What are you feeling? What do you think? Dissidence today? Alright. Nice. In there. And then take you off. Accusers. And on to the Dissonance. There we are. Alright. Oh, and... Rumi, are you in yet? Pretty sure you usually play on controller, right? Unless you've secretly been a CPU this entire time. Ah, there we go. That's why. No need to overreact. I mean, the jury is perhaps still out as to whether Harumi is actually a CPU, but no conclusive evidence one way or the other just yet. Harumi is in fact a computer. You heard it here first. It is true. Ladies and gentle worms, it is correct. So let us know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to see between Wisty and Harumi. This is, of course, going to be Harumi's first match of the night, and therefore, maybe we give Harumi a little bit of a chance to warm up before we do anything too crazy. But ultimately, it's up to you to decide, so let us know. I mean, apparently he's a computer, so does he really need to warm up? I don't know. Perhaps not. Perhaps not, in that case. Oh, also, let's reset our song here. There we are. Oh, and, what? Did you voluntarily turn customize off, Wisty?
No.
Where did that come from? Alright. Let's get this one started, then.
The dissidents versus.
Okay, so we're at the nest. And no requests for this one. So you are free to take whatever you'd like to take for this one. Uh-oh. Hold on, I did not check to see if Arumi, you had been... no, I know what the problem is. I was about to say I did not double check who is technically player 1, who's technically player 2.
You need me to unplug and plug back in?
Hold on. I may be able to reconfigure the remote play with some dark magic here. Kids, don't try this at home. Side effects may vary, but please consult your doctor before switching around which player is which in Steam Remote Play. And in theory, Arumi, you are now player 1 and Wisty is now player 2, but that remains to be seen. For all I know, you know, the universe may be about to spontaneously combust. I wouldn't put that past Remote Play. Did it actually work? What? So it's a Triesta's Plume on Pamitha here, which is a sort of hybrid between Prayer Beads and Kerfang, in that when Arumi plunges when flying with Pamitha, you'll get 5 extra damage and has a 50% chance of her coming back in the next round, like Prayer Beads. Just filled with magic today. It's that good old-fashioned Easter magic. Then Wisty says, you know, enough of these pseudo prayer beads. I'm just taking the real thing. Then Thorn Knot Deluge in the second spot there for Arumi. Wisty goes Webland Thorn Messenger in. And it's a quick throwing stowaway in the last spot for Arumi. And Wisty goes back to the Meta Jody with quick and vanishing throws. So here we go, the first matchup between Arumi and Wisty for tonight. And we actually, randomly, got Wisty's team theme here. So we'll see if Wisty draws strength from that, as Wisty is the first one to plunge here. And remember, Pamitha took prayer beads, and so she's back already, although here's Arumi with Triesta's Plume and says, hold on, I can do better. Because that is 5 extra damage, but did not get the prayer beads proc, or the prayer beads equivalent proc, and so Pamitha is out for this round. And that is one of the reasons why Arumi finds himself defenseless here, while Wisty plunges for another 20. So a duel of Triesta's Plume versus Prayer Beads. Perhaps that is what this will turn into. Jody, goes down. Pamitha takes out the other Pamitha. Arumi speeding ahead and lands this worm throw for 15. The harp race to the orb is back on. Arumi wins this one, but goes down. Wisty plunging once again with Pamitha, and that is the preferred plunger, as she does have prayer beads. So she'll be back. Jody gets rid of another defender. Banish with those throws, getting rid of the third and final defender, setting up this 30 damage throw. And that drops Arumi down to just 10. So next score may be all that Wisty needs here. Of course, any exile capable of dealing that much damage, doesn't matter which one it is. So Wisty with plenty of options here, though Jody goes down, and suddenly it's Arumi with the scoring opportunity. Race to the orb. Wisty wins it, but goes down. Jody. Vanishes one. But Arumi has it back. Oh, gets pushed away from the Pyre. Saving play there from Pamitha. The orb remains unclaimed. Wisty now with it back and with a very dangerous portal as well. Perhaps just trying to set that up. Arumi's throw is unblockable, but it's short. Arumi's trying to cover that portal, prevent Wisty from using it. But now the portal has been moved. Not nearly as dangerous anymore. Oh, Panther with a little, now you see me, now you don't. And so she plunges for the win.
Their adversaries must be rather shaken after that.
GG.
The rite is done.
Well played, you two. Let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
And let us know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to see for the next one between these two. Now that Arumi has had plenty of time to warm up, you are free to unleash whatever chaotic requests you might have in mind. For I'm sure there are many you have been scheming up. Skydance. Skydance it is. Definitely a harp-centric rite last time. We'll see if it is the same deal here. Anything else? Anything else we'd like? If not, then of course we'll just have them take whatever they want to take. Which looks to be the case here.
The dissidents shall take on the Pyre Hearts. Welcome.
So we're in the book.
Who shall conduct the rites?
We'll see to what extent that might affect their team compositions here. We were talking previously about how Curs on the book can be quite a potent combo. So Arumi goes Cur, Wisty goes Worm. Oh, and Arumi doubling down on the Curs, no less. Wisty goes for Udmilda with the legendary Crone Talisman, allowing Udmilda to cast through any obstacles. Then a huge Presence Jody for Rumi. And finally, an exploding Lady River for Wisty. So here we go. Titan Tooth stuns Wisty. Oh, but Arumi can't find a way through. Udmilda vanished. Same with Gilman. An opening perhaps for Lady River. Ooh, nifty maneuver. Oh, the throw is just short. Arumi on the counterattack. But he can't make it in. Except Arumi follows up and plunges with his demon for 30. That's a trade that he'll definitely take. But no prayer beads on Jody. She's gone for this round, not that it'll matter, as Arumi plunges here. And Stubborn Flame means that when Arumi is in the lead, he is dealing 10 less damage, as was the case there with his Barker plunge. Barker had Titan Tooth, not prayer bead, so he's out for this round. But it's not going to stop Arumi from plunging again with a different Cur this time. This one had Cur Fang, giving him an extra 8 damage when he plunges. That means now Ruki is gone for this one. There's the Titan Tooth. But down goes Barker. Wisty forward here with Udmilda. Over to Gilman. Gilman's throw is unblockable, and that does land for 15. Back with Barker. He's banished. Lady River speeds ahead. She's blocked and pinned in the corner. Follow up there from Gilman. Oh, sneaky. But his throw is just wide. Barker biding his time until he makes it in here again. That Stubborn Flame adds up. The amount of damage it has mitigated can become quite significant as Udmilda banishes the last of the defenders here. Plenty of time for her. She plunges for 30. No prayer beads though, so she's gone for this round. That means extra space for Barker to plunge in here. This time, that's Ruki who's going down, leaving just Jody back defensively for Rumi as Wisty, hops over her, but doesn't have enough time to make it in. Ruki again. Goes around the other way, and finds a way in. He is the one with Kerfang, meaning he is the one with the extra damage. That drops Wisty down to just 4. So next score for Rumi, likely all that he needs here. And Wisty find an answer. Oh, nearly sped past Jody. Big banishment there. But Barker avoids banishment. But does get pinned in the corner. Now he goes down. That leaves at least temporarily Arumi defenseless. So Wisty speeds on in for 15 here. Dropping Arumi down to 40. But now is Gilmanless in this round. Oh, and not only that, but Lady River gets sniped, leaving just Udmilda, although valiant return from Lady River, just in time. Oh, but the throw is just wide. Ruki, round the other way, can't avoid Udmilda. Opportunity perhaps for Udmilda here. She's trapped. Oh, passes it off to Lady River. The throw, once again, just off target. Arumi can't make it past Udmilda. Banished. Opportunity for Udmilda. Hops in. No prayer beads on her, but that is 30 damage, which means one more score for either player would do the trick. Who will it be? In a sudden death match. Arumi here on the attack. Blocked at the last second. But finds a way in for the win. The hopscotch and curves. GG. That tiny little Pyre.
The rite is complete.
GG. Alright, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And let us know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to see or hear for this one. And we can make it happen. Iroder is choosing Exiles. All trail auras or all circular auras. So you have to pick one and stick with it. So like the trail auras being the crones, the harps, the worms. Is there anyone else trail auras that I'm forgetting? And then the other circular auras being the other people with the more quote-unquote normal auras. Yeah, those are the only trail aura people. Drones, harps, worms. Not nomads, not savages, not saps. Not curs, obviously, not demons. Drones, harps, worms, those are the only ones. Okay. So basically, it's all a matter of, are you team trail aura or are you team circular aura? I don't know. I think it'll be telling. I think it will be telling. It will say a lot about our players here. Potentially some controversial statements about to be made. Brace yourselves, chat.
The Pyre hearts. Welcome.
For Rumi,
Who shall conduct the rites?
takes a worm, so that means he's going with the trail auras. Technically does mean fewer options, as there are only 3 classes that fit this description. But Wisty says, I'm all in on that too. Not only that, but Arumi goes double worm. Whereas Wisty goes double harp. Truly glorious triple worm with bottled void, no less. Then Witsy says, alright, if you're taking Bottled Void, then I can too. So here we go. Both players opting for Trail Aura characters only. All worms for Rumi, notably, as that throw falls just short. Whereas Witsy going with a more harp-centric team. Oh, Siege Chant's active here for Rumi, giving him 10 extra damage on that throw. That's big. That is one of the weaknesses of triple worms, is that you tend not to have much in the way of raw damage, but if you do have Siege Chance, that can change that quickly. And Wisty defenseless for the moment, but Pamitha makes her return. Here come the Thane sisters.
Onward thus to greater glory.
Plunging for 20 here. That was Pamitha, and she had prayer beads. So that was Wisty's preferred plunger. Oh, but Wisty defenseless for quite some time here, giving plenty of time for Rumi to throw this one in. Wisty back on the orb, and quick plunge here. I think once again this was Pamitha, which once again is Wisty's preferred scorer.
No more bright.
She's already back, and making a play defensively. Warfrith. Oh, can't avoid banishment. Wisty gets the harps back now, just in time. But loses both of them.
For the Pyre hearts.
Arumi, quick enough on the throw to land this one for 15 damage. Wisty wins the race, but goes down with Pamitha. Arumi unsuccessful on that attack. 4-foot down. Pamitha sidesteps the cast and bides enough time to get her sister back. Pamitha goes down, but Pamitha still has it here and finds a way in. However, she did not have prayer beads, so she is definitely not in for this round. Pamitha banished. That leaves just Vorfrit. But that's all it takes for Wisty. Plunging for 30 here, dropping Arumi down to just 10. Meaning next score for Wisty is all they would need. Regardless of who it comes from, here's Pamitha around the Pyre and in for the winning plunge.
Sorry, Lids. I know you were rooting for Infiniworms.
Oh, it pains me. It pains me. Although honestly, the oddest thing about that was that we had the Dissidence player going triple worms, and then the Pyre Arts player not taking... Or did you take one worm? No, you didn't take any worms.
Nah, I didn't.
I was like, hold on a second. That's not right. That caught my attention more than anything. Alright, well, let us know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to see for the next one. And we are happy to make it happen. And Rumi is sad that he didn't get the chance to put Bottled Void to good use. It's okay. I'm sure there will be other opportunities to use Bottled Void if you would like. Primordial Chaos. Is that the name of the song? I do not know the names of the Hades soundtrack nearly as well. But for all I know, yes. Let's see. Tariqbot, are you gonna cooperate this time? I hope so. Spell it correctly, Lids. Spell it correctly. I think Tariqbot has it. Oh, and customize off as well. Alright, let the chaos ensue. On the boat, no less. On the boat. True chaos. Indeed. That's definitely the theme, given how the name of the song is Primordial Chaos. It's on the boat. Customize. It's everything. Everything is complete and utter chaos. Indeed. True chaos, for sure. So, of course, that means randomized exiles, masteries, and talismans. Won't even get to see what those things are in advance. We're just going to get thrown straight into the action, and so we'll have to guess what people have. So with that, let us begin. This will be Rumi's last match. This is a good one to finish on then, I suppose. But heads up in chat if there's anyone else who'd like to get in on the action. We'll be looking to call your name soon.
The dissidents shall now face the Pyres.
Alright, what do we have here? It is a demon, a savage, and a sap for Rumi. It is also a demon, but a cur and an imp for Wisty. Of course, demons on the boat, you love to see it. We'll see if either player finds a way to pull off the amazing slam dunk combos, which it appears as though perhaps Rumi is going for here with Jody, but unsuccessful this time around. This Paleth, in the case of Wisty, but she goes down. Rumi does have the salute with Gareth. And infinite stamina on the orb as well. So that means what? All right side? Oh, the game has, I believe, tabbed out. There we go. Tizo. Retreats. Back to Barker. He's rushed down. Rumi thinking about it. Oh, but still goes down. Wisty defenseless momentarily. But has Tizo back in time. Here's Paleth. Thinking about the big jumps, but blocked here. Has it back, but gets banished. Big implosion. And Barker thought he was going to win the race to the orb, but Rumi, of course, can teleport to the orb. Gareth. He's flying. Oh, and sneaks in this little throw here for 8. Now, Wisty does have extra starting Pyre life. Must have been coming from the mastery on Vispaleth. Same cannot be said for Rumi. Oh, and somehow this Paleth with a bit of a zigzagging jump there, which you don't see too often from the demons, but finds a way in. Rumi with Jody. Big jump. Sets up the Kerfang plunge for extra damage on her. So 38 this time. But of course means no prayer beads for Jody. She's out for this round. This Paleth for Wisty. Against Gareth, takes Gareth out, gets the orb back, so good recovery there from Palmas. Rumi just casually chilling with the orb directly on top of his Pyre. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Tizo makes his move. setting up the portal as he goes down. Almost. Now Gareth tries to make it in with the jump, but he's unsuccessful. There is the portal. Oh, nearly enough to sneak past Palmas, but not quite. Oh, Black Claw! As we were saying before, perhaps there is something to be said for Customize Off always giving those Cursed Talismans. Seems quite likely. And, by the way, Arumi sets up a sapling basically right on top of Wisty's Pyre, which is going to make matters quite tricky for Wisty. As Wisty was defenseless for a moment there. Gareth has that safe spot right in front of the Pyre, helping to set up this 12 damage throw. Jody, or rather, Bisbeleth, against Jody. Still can't cast, but it does mean that Bisbeleth maintains the aura when holding onto the orb, and that led to the banishment right there, helping to set up this score. So the Cursed Talismans, they aren't all bad. Not in every situation. Oh, and Arumi says, don't mind me.
The dissidents seem hungry to prevail.
Bisbeleth down. Gareth for Arumi. Big jump from him, but not quick enough on the throw. No one back for Arumi at the moment defensively. Is Wisty quick enough here? With the throw, yes! For 15. Oh, and there's the teleportation from Gareth, taking out both Gareth and Bisbeleth. That leaves just Barker at the moment for Wisty. Perhaps biding some time, waiting to get some reinforcements, goes through the portal. Out of stamina, has some back, but is it enough to avoid the defenders here? It may be. Oh, nearly found a way through there. Just Tizo now. He's up to the task defensively, as Barker returns as well. He blocks Gareth. Here is Gareth, though. He's not quick enough to make it past Bisbeleth. Bisbeleth through the portal banishes the entire opposing team. That's the Cursed Talisman for you, maintaining the aura even with the orb for Bisbeleth, setting up a huge plunge. Next score, all Wisty needs here, regardless of which character it is. No Bisbeleth in this round, but it wouldn't matter if Tizo can make it through. He goes down, but sets up a dangerous portal. But now Arumi on the attack. Perfang for 38 damage means Wisty is hanging on by 1. Who will it be? Tizo. Gareth returns. Tizo! But rekindling! Arumi holds on for one more round. Bisbeleth plunges for the win.
Good game.
GG.
Somehow managed to scrape by despite their adversaries' efforts.
Thanks for stopping by, Arumi. Good to have you. Great matches. Can't get much closer than that. Absolute chaos, indeed. I think it lived up to the billing. Alright, well, that means we're looking for someone to hop in here and take Arumi's spot. In the meantime, let's reset our arena and our song, and we'll turn Customize back on before we forget. Let's see, have we freed Arumi yet? Arumi has freed himself. Chaos, it was nice knowing you. But, do we have anyone who'd like to hop in here? Face off against Wisty. And at this point, I mean, I suppose we're far enough along in the night that if there is anyone who's already played today but has not yet gotten the chance to play against Wisty, we could get you back in now. Of course, my preference would generally be to get as many new people in as possible, so if there is anyone who's not yet gotten the chance to play today who would like to, then...
Yeah, and if there are multiple people who want to play, I can always sub out.
Alright. So let us know, chat, if there are any takers. Don't worry, the chaos has subsided. chaos has subsided, at least for now. At least for now. I mean, yes, I could jump in, but I do think we still have some familiar faces in chat who've not yet gotten the chance to play today, so... Yeah, Brawlenbert, if you'd like to, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see. Are you showing up on the Steams? Now you are. There we go. Okay. And let me set you up here as well. What team are you thinking today, Brawlenbert? Tempers? That's not how you spell Bert. What are you thinking? How do you spell Bert? One of life's greatest questions. One of those things the world may just never know. Bert. Tempers? Okay, perfect. So, of course, this will be the first match for Brawlenbert today, even if we did consult Brawlenbert previously when we were doing a Brawl-themed match. But no, Brawlenbert did not participate in that match. So, you know, perhaps give Brawlenbert a bit of a chance to warm up here, but it is ultimately up to you in chat if you would like to give Brawlenbert that opportunity, or if you want to go straight back into the most chaotic possible right that you could scheme up. It's your choice. Heads up, Brawlenbert may or may not have forgotten how to play completely. That's fine. Trial by fire, or in this case, trial by Pyre. In which case, you know, maybe it is best if we get this thing started before anyone schemes up something a little too crazy. Too crazy, Lids. What are you talking about? There's no such thing. Certainly not the Isle of Kalamer. Alright, so yeah, no requests regarding your team composition here. So you are free to take whatever you'd like. Brawlenbert goes with a Thorned Knot Gilman. Then a speedy Prayer Beads Pamitha for Wisty in the first spot. Then legendary Crone Talisman on Bertrude there, allowing her to cast through barriers for Brawlenbert. Which Wisty also opts to take. Then a very cast-centric theme for Brawlenbert here, going with a power casting Headwind as well. whereas Wisty goes range throwing Ninja Ulmer. So here we go, the first matchup between Brawlenbert and Wisty today. Here's Ulmer. His throw sneaks on through there for 13. Ametha somehow finds a way through there, right in between those two defenders. Stubborn Flame will reduce any of the damage that Wisty deals while Wisty is ahead by 10, as is the case here. That's why we're seeing just a 2 damage throw. That, of course, coming from Bertrude on Brawlenbert's team. And so that means the best Wisty can do on those Savage throws is 10 damage. Ametha down. Remember, all those Crone casts are going to go through those imps with a Legendary Talisman as Brawlenbert sneaks in here for 15 damage on his Worm. But no Prayer Beads on Gilman, so he's gone for this round. However, may not be necessary, as Brawlenbert used those power casts to get rid of all of Wisty's team, setting up this uncontested 30 damage throw. And now Brawlenbert back in the lead means that there is no more Stubborn Flame active for Brawlenbert, so Wisty is back at full damage here. Big power cast from Headwind. Gets rid of the orb so he can do it again. Except the Stubborn Flame active on this time for Wisty. Oh, in a casting duel, however, Wisty defenseless here. Once again, opening up the floor for Bertrude on this unblockable throw. Normally, that would mean Brawlenbert would have enough damage here to win this with one more score. However, with Stubborn Flame active, that is not the case. Big power cast there from Headwind. But Wisty gets Ulmer back defensively just in time. Now looking to counter with him. Oh, but he gets caught. Ametha chased down by Bertrude. Forfeit against Bertrude. Bertrude snipes her. Ulmer trying to find a way through, and the throw lands here for 10. Ametha duels it out with Gilman and finds the opening. Lunging for 20. Wisty not going down without a fight here. Forfeit does just enough to sidestep the cast, although Shoulder Smash gets rid of her. Now it's Bertrude. The throw is unblockable, but it's short. Ametha just enough to avoid the first cast, but blocked by the second defender. Has it back here. And makes her way in, dropping now Brawlenbert down to 20. Means next score would be sufficient for anyone if their name is Bertrude. Because Stubborn Flame is active for Brawlenbert, or was active. Now, that means it's a 10 less damage for any of Wisty's scores. Means Brawlenbert does have enough damage if it is maximum damage there, but no, it's 18 on the throw. So now, absolutely sudden death. Any character able to finish the job here, unless it is Gilman, in which case he would need Seize Chance, which I don't believe Brawlenbert took. But Bertrude certainly could do it. Here is Gilman. Except the throw is off target. And Wisty is in the lead, so actually Stubborn Flame is not active for Wisty, so yes, even Gilman could finish the job here for Brawlenbert. But not this time. Big snipe from Headwind. Wisty defenseless until Pamitha returns. Here she is. Has the speed! And it is done.
Good game.
GG.
Put up quite an effort. The ceremony is complete.
Well played, you two. Let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
Alright, in chat, let us know if there's anything you'd like to see for the next one. Robert, no, I don't remember how to play this game anymore. Still no recollection at all. Yeah, I don't know. Something about a ball or an orb, I think they call it. Then you try to throw it into the hoop, the basket, right? And sometimes you slam dunk it, and it's either worth 2 points or it's worth 3 points if you do it from further away. Something like that, right? Like golf. That's it. That's it. Exactly. Exactly. Just think of it like golf. Alright. Any last second requests here? Or if not, we'll just have these two take whatever they want to take. Which it appears as though will be the direction we'll go in here. And it's the Glade of Liu. As a reminder, this is the modded version without any brambles in it, so it will remain wide open for the entirety of the match.
The rites. Exile.
And it is Zoxiana first for Brawl and Bert. And Gareth first for Wisty, going all the way down to False Step. We don't see that one too often unless we see people going with the Bottle Void, but that is not what Wisty went for here. So a bit more of a newer setup on the Savage this time. Then Prayer beats Rookie. Followed by a saluting Prayer beats Pamitha, so she'll be able to switch places with her closest ally. Then a saluting Bertrude, which means, of course, that Brawl and Bert will be able to transform all of Wisty's exiles into defenseless howlers once during this upcoming rite.
Well,
And Wisty goes for the flask with the extra stamina. Also, a bit of an unusual choice there, so a bit experimental here from Wisty.
praise be to the scribes.
Down goes Bertrude. Here comes Pamitha for Wisty. Over to Gareth. Gareth past one defender, with time to get off a 12 damage throw. Oh, big cast there. Setting up the banishment, making enough space for the plunge here. for Brawlenberg.
The Templars are now
No prayer beads on Zoxiana though, so she's gone for this round.
welcome.
And Shroom Sub, but thanks for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Doing some multiplayer Pyre, of course. Ametha for Wisty has an opening and plunges for 20.
The accusers seem to be
Zoxiana goes in, but doesn't get anyone. Leaves the orb unattended, which Wisty takes. But Brawlenberg intercepts. Stowaway here for Wisty. The throw makes it in for 20 damage.
precision.
Nice, we're glad to have you. We play every Sunday. And if you're interested in getting more involved in all this multiplayer Pyre stuff, then you can click !RITE Club, and you'll get the link to join the group, if you haven't already. That's where we're organizing all this stuff. But it's Pamitha here. Her throw is intercepted by Zoxiana. Pamitha has it back, though. Over to Gareth. Back to Pamitha. Pamitha tries to go over the defender, but gets blocked. Here comes Gareth. He's banished. Pamitha has it back. She's banished.
Banished.
Wisty defenseless for the moment. If Brawlenberg is quick, however, Gareth has returned. That throw is unblockable. And it does land for 30. Zoxiana. Oh, very quick move there. Now she's gone for this round. Ruki retreats. Back to Bertrude. Passes it to her teammate who has been banished, leaving just Bertrude here. Ruki returns. Ruki cannot escape that cast, though. Bertrude once again by herself. Gets rid of it. Gets rid of the defender. Now it's Wisty on the attack. Oh, quick play there by Brawlenberg. Ruki needs the stamina. Has some back now and speeds past the defender and into the Pyre for 20, dropping Wisty down to just 10. So one more score, perhaps. All that Brawlenberg needs here. And Relentless with Zoxiana on the banishments. And there's Ruki for the winning plunge.
The Templars prevail.
GG.
Narrow victory, yet nonetheless commendable. The rite is ended.
Well played, you two.
Until the stars align.
So let us know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to see our players do for the next one. And we're happy to make it happen. If not, of course, we'll just have them take whatever they want to take. I do have one that at some point today I would like for us to do.
Were my messages blocked?
I
I just tried to request. I used the player's talismans and choose the
Weird.
player's skills.
Yeah, no, I'm not seeing it. Huh.
Guess I'll just type it again.
Huh.
You'll just have to take my
Ah.
word for it that I spent the lid coins.
Okay, I will take your word for it indeed. 7 masteries across your entire team, is that what you mean? And 2 talismans
Yeah.
across your entire team?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Gaming the system, how dare you? Just need to take Wisty's word for it. I don't know, do we trust Wisty? I spent the coins, I swear. We're gonna have to do an audit, I'm afraid. We're gonna have to see pre and post claim. Was there a, what, 200 lid coin difference? I don't know, chat. I don't know. Sounds pretty sus to me. Sounds pretty sus to me. Nah, we'll take Wisty's word for it. So, 7 masteries and 2 talismans across the entire team. So if you want to, you could go all in on the masteries from one character and then go 3 masteries on another character, or you could, and have none on your last character, or you could split them up more evenly. Up to them to choose how best to allocate them. Same idea with the talismans. So with that in mind, let's get this one started.
The tempers,
Okay, so we're at the Nest of Trieste.
welcome
The key question here is, how do players think
the rites.
they should allocate those masteries and those talismans? Because they can't just go with their usual setup and be fine and dandy here, as if they try to do that, eventually they're going to run out of usable masteries, and their last exile is going to be, well, not so powerful at that point. Okay, so Brawlenbert invests 2 points in Tamitha there. So he has 5 remaining. And also invested in Talisman. Wisty goes 3 masteries, 1 Talisman for the quick-throwing Celestial Spike Jody. So Brawlenbert has 1 Talisman and 5 masteries remaining across 2 exiles. And of course, there are some exiles, some classes, that I think people tend to find are much more effective when at less than maximum masteries. Others that really do lean very heavily on getting that 3rd and 4th mastery before they start to come into their own. Okay, so Brawlenbert has used all talismans and has used, what, 4 out of the 7 masteries. Oh, and like I was just saying, some characters perhaps better at going masteryless than others, and that is exactly what Wisty does there. Goes with a 0 mastery, 0 talisman worm. So now Brawlenbert has used all talismans, but has 3 masteries remaining, I believe. And goes for Volfred. Now Wisty has 1 talisman and I believe 4 masteries. So saved up big. Make this last exile count. And I find it's always interesting to see how players' investments pay off here, where in this case, we're seeing Wisty is going all in on Tamitha. Will it be worth it versus having nothing on the worm? How will it all add up? We're about to find out. It's Tamitha first for Brawlenbert. Pushed around. But the Titan Tooth stuns Wisty. Oh, but not enough stamina to get past the lava. Jody goes down. Here's Tamitha. Tamitha now for Brawlenbert. Oh, switches in to Volfred, who manages to plunge here. Mixture of controller and mouse keyboard people. There technically is a little caveat in that we cannot have 2 mouse keyboard players playing against each other simultaneously. Pyre gets confused if we do that, so it is a little bit better if people can go controller. As Wisty throws it in for 30 here with Jody. But we do have a bit of a mix. Tamitha. Locked and banished. And there is that 0 investment Lady River. Throwing it in for 12 here. So Wisty's still finding a way to make it work. Even with those exiles that don't have any investment at all. Lady River back at it, but down she goes. Jody down as well. That leaves just Tamitha. Brawlenbert. loses Volfred, loses Tamitha. Jody versus Tamitha. Jody wins out. Jody versus Jody. Jody wins, not so surprisingly. Wisty now. Loses Jody. Orb remains unclaimed, though. Wisty takes it up. And one would assume Wisty will be trying to lean heavily on Tamitha, since she is the one with all the masteries and a talisman, but once again, doesn't matter here. No talisman, no masteries, no problem. At least, not for Lady River. Rollenberg, oh, not quite with Tamitha. Jody, over to Tamitha for Wisty. Gets some stamina back, but doesn't have any to avoid Jody as she comes looming in. Tamitha for Rollenberg. Waiting patiently. Switches in, but Jody staggered, and the other Jody gets the orb back. Wisty can vanish with the throws, and that sets up this score. Flash in the middle. Rollenberg won out, but lost the exile in the process. Whereas Wisty's still at full strength here, trying to once again, and yes, succeed at scoring with that worm. So definitely it looks like that has paid off big time for Wisty. Rollenberg switches again into Jody, but Jody is blocked. Knocks back one defender, banishes the second defender. Has the orb back here, but goes down. Wisty waits for the orb to return. Sidesteps, oh, but ends up in the lava. Rollenberg protects the orb with that sapling. Exploding sapling, no less, but Wisty able to scoop it back up here. Looking to go the southern route. Oh, finds an opening there. Throw looks like it's wide, though. Rollenberg looking to recover. Has it back here with Jody, but she's cornered. Wisty still has an exile right next to the Pyre. Rollenberg saw it coming. Was prepared. No problem. Tamitha. Pass one defender, but not the second. Does have Titan Tooth, so stuns that defender, setting up the banishment. Around the other, switches in. Oh, but Jody not quite enough time. Rollenberg, you can see the ambition there. You can see the idea. Getting Tamitha near the Pyre and then switching into Jody for the extra damage. Just hasn't quite been able to make that combo connect quite often enough. Pulled it off initially with Volfred, actually. But he's only 25 points, whereas Jody is, of course, 30 points on her plunge. So that would be the ideal combo for Rollenberg. Here is Jody, doing things directly herself, knocking back the defender, and that's what Rollenberg's looking to do. One way or the other, get Jody in there. No prayer beads on her. She's gone for this round. There's the Titan Tooth, stunning the opposing Jody. Oh, but missed the target on the cast there. So Wisty back with it, but the exploding sapling takes her out. Lady River lands on the throw, and it might be that Lady River is Wisty's leading scorer here. Which, given the context, given the circumstances, is quite the feat. Rollenberg switches into Jody, but can't quite put it all together. The opposing Jody, right on the Pyre's doorstep, lunges for the win.
Good game.
GG.
Their adversaries confidently thwarted. Thus end this night's proceedings.
Well played, you two. Let's head on back. So that was 2 talismans and 7 masteries across all the characters on each team. So I had to be decisive about when and where to invest in a given character. So let us know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to see for the next one. As I said, I did have something in mind. If/when chat is unsure if there's anything in particular they'd like to see, I have a bit of an Easter theme for a match that I think could be kind of fun to try out. Of course, if you guys have anything in particular you'd like to see, then let us know, and I am happy to postpone that thought for a subsequent match. Sounds interesting. Are we ready for some Easter egg hunting?
All right.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Roll, Bert! How do you know? How do you know? How did you know? Well, so, it is quite simple, really. Both players must take, is it Fairy Spirit? The talisman that makes the moon drops, the globules drop, the ones that give the infinite stamina? You had the same idea? Perfect. Perfect. The question is there a specific exile that we think resembles the Easter Bunny the most? That's my question. Like, an imp, maybe? Like Tizo or Messenger?
I know exactly who the Easter Bunny is.
Okay, okay. So I'll leave that up to interpretation. I'll leave that up to you. But somebody needs to take the Fairy Spirit, I believe is the one who drops the globules. AKA the Easter eggs, obviously. And so, naturally, that means you have to hunt down the Easter eggs, and by getting the Easter eggs, you get infinite stamina, as would, of course, be the case if you were to ever find an Easter egg. You would get all full of excitement and energy, and so you'd be dashing around all over the place, as we will see here.
I'm doing this pick purely for the Easter.
I think Messenger Imp and Rookie are the ones that come to mind for me, for whatever reason.
It's
Those
Manly.
are the two.
Just imagine Manly in an Easter Bunny suit.
Oh my
want you
gosh,
to picture
no! No! Why did you do that? Why did you say that? I didn't need that picture in my head. This is cursed imagery indeed. Romer, please, please, do something wholesome. Take a more conventional Easter Bunny pick, please. Exile him. No, don't do it. Don't do it, Roland Bird. Don't do it. You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
Yes! Yes!
Well, apparently, Manly is the Easter Bunny. Wouldn't have been my choice, but if you ask Whiskey, and if you ask Rolandbert, apparently that's the answer. The cursed imagery abound.
Messenger imp.
At least there's a messenger imp. At least there's a messenger imp. That feels much more wholesome. Intense globule hunting, exactly. That is exactly what is about to happen. As both players go hunting down for their Easter eggs. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention. Yeah, it doesn't matter who runs out of Pyre Life first. All that matters is whoever collects the most Easter eggs, obviously. Not really, but definitely try to get as many Easter eggs as possible. Then Stowaway, I can see the Stowaway going on an Easter egg hunt for sure. Rumi, that would be amazing. Yeah, and exactly, Brawlbert is exactly what I was gonna say. Chat, please keep track of how many Easter eggs each team collects, each player. We must know at the end what the final Easter egg count is. It is critically important that we keep track of how many Easter eggs each team has collected. Jody as well. Now, demons with infinite stamina are a scary sight, so that is quite the idea. Perhaps thematically, a little unlikely to see Jody going on an Easter egg hunt, but if she does get an Easter egg, look out. Manly. Of course, remember, Manly is the Easter Bunny for both teams, because reasons, apparently. So the globules will only appear when Manly banishes someone, and Wisty set up a portal there, casually saunters on through it for the 30 damage plunge with Jody.
Not much of a splash that time.
Quick throw from Wisty as well. I must admit, I'm a little alarmed by the overall lack of Easter eggs thus far. I'm a little disappointed. If I must be honest. However, that might have just created one. Jody goes down. Yet Wisty, through the portal, finds an opening for this throw. Oh, look at that. Huge cast.
Ah, yes.
And Brolbert riding the momentum into the Pyre. Wisty right up next to the Pyre for this 13 damage throw. I must say, I am extremely disappointed by the lack of Easter eggs thus far. Extremely disappointed. Jody not quick enough on the throw. Zaxiana. Here comes Manly. His throw is intercepted. And Brollenberg plunges for 20. Wisty tries to sneak through, although does get banished, and yet sets up a very dangerous portal right next to the Pyre. So Brollenberg needs to be cautious. If he loses the orb, then there's an Easter egg! Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? It's a race! Oh, it looked like it was gonna be Brollenberg, but Wisty nabs it! One Easter egg to Wisty. Brollenberg down. Through the portal, Wisty goes. Oh, not so fast, though. The exploding saplings may not count for it, it seems. May not create one of those moon drops, so less Easter eggs than we might have expected. Wisty had an imp just hanging out on the other side of the board.
Now go on, just once more. The orb is up.
Jody. Down she goes. And Wisty defenseless at the moment. Brollenberg with Zaxiana. Finding his time. Whoa, goes flying. That triggers Fairy Spirit. There's another Easter egg. Oh, Wisty almost took it. Wisty did get it. Wisty 2-0 on the Easter eggs. And that's an infinite stamina Jody. Jody with her back now. Down she goes. Oh, and Zaxiana gets rid of the last defender here. Opts for the throw and does get it in just in time. Saplings are technically their own units, and that's why it doesn't count for the saplings. Okay, that makes sense then. So it needs to be with the actual sap aura itself, it seems. Probably makes saps the hardest exiles to trigger that Moondrop globule then. Manly. Not quite. Zaxiana for Brollenberg. Backs it up. Gets some stamina back. Round the other way and in. Plunging for 20, and Brollenberg don't call it a comeback. There's the Fairy Spirit. Where is it? Where is it? Apparently, Wisty got that one too.
All banished. The dying flame.
Rekindling keeps Brollenberg hanging on here, but from an Easter egg count standpoint, it is Wisty 3-0. The throw, oh, makes it in.
I'm the
For the
Easter
win.
Queen.
Apparently. Apparently so.
Their adversaries came
Good game.
GG.
The rite is ended.
Alright, so there you have it. Your Easter-themed rites
The stars
on Easter
align.
Sunday. Brawlbird says, hold on. I demand a rematch. Run that extravaganza back. Alright then. We'll see if they opt to go with the totally ridiculous and objectively incorrect decision to make Manly the Easter Bunny? Seriously, guys. That I did not see that last globule. I did not see it. And apparently Wissy went through a portal, and maybe it was right on top of the portal, and so Wissy got it. I don't know. I will admit, I did not see it until Wissy collected it either.
I saw it.
Of course you did.
Of course I did.
It was totally the plan all along. Alright, well, Brawlbird says we're doing it again. Anything else we'd like to combine with that? I mean, the talisman is really the key thing. Or shall we keep everything else random? Yeah, I don't know if... I mean, I assume that Arumi is not able to instantly turn around a mod to make this happen. But, I mean, Arumi, if you're up for trying it out, then of course... Yeah, and you know, usually for mods, when we do implement those, I want to make sure that we've had the chance to test them out and what have you, and that, you know, my computer doesn't spontaneously combust when I pop them open. So, you know, it's an interesting idea, and it sounds like it could be a lot of fun. It naturally, unfortunately, means that it may not be something we can do on Easter directly, but, you know, if it's a fun alternate game mode that perhaps we can try on a later occasion if Arumi sees it through. All right, yeah, new Pyre minigame. Side objective. All right, well, looks like it's just the talisman then. Oh, man.
The tempers.
Oh, for a second I thought we got a random boat. No, Follow Solium I think could be good for this.
Welcome.
Nice and big arena.
Who shall conduct the rites?
So you need the fairy spirit to create the Easter eggs. The question is, who is the Easter Bunny? Last time was Manly for both players.
Exile.
This time for Brawl and Bird is forfeit. As we were saying, apparently because the saplings count as separate entities, that means that the banishments with the saplings was not creating any of the Easter eggs, so that made it so there weren't that many that showed up. Hopefully we'll find a lot more this time. Yeah, I mean, I do tag it for fantasy sports and basketball. Funnily enough, those are the two most popular tags that people have used to find Rite Nights are fantasy sports and basketball. So, does make you wonder what people were expecting to find compared to what they did ultimately find when they found this stream that way. So who is hunting the Easter eggs? It's a crone for both players. I mean, I know this is Easter, but Rollenberg is seemingly going for a very Christmassy theme here, color-wise. Oh, very bold strategy there from Brawlbird. If he can make it work. It could pay off big time. Not only is Orlek quite fast, he is a demon and therefore gets a huge speed boost when he gets the infinite stamina. But with that one hope, does Brawlbird have enough ways to bring him back from banishment? Or is he going to find himself undermanned for too long? It's Pameth in the last spot for Wisty. So here we go. Round 2 of the Easter Showdown. And the Easter Bunny is the one scoring first here for Wisty. Wisty goes down. Brawlbird gets a banishment. Hold on, that means there's an Easter egg. Brawlbird gets it. Brawlbird up 1-0 for Easter eggs. And then hops in for 30 damage. Quick, go get it. Another Easter egg. It's a race. Oh, Wisty got it. It was close, but Wisty got it. It's tied 1-1. I think this one's going to be a lot more interesting. I think we're going to see a lot more Easter eggs this time round. Or at least they will pop out much more quickly. Wisty. Quick throw is unblockable. Fairy Spirit did trigger there. I think that does last. I think that does last in between rounds. So yes, Brawlbird nabs it. That's 2-1 on the Easter egg count for Brawlbird as he tries to make up for last time. Here is Orlek. He is speedy, and he does plunge for 25. Brawlbird now wants this right to end as quickly as possible, perhaps, as he is currently in the lead on the Easter egg count. However, there's another one. Oh, it's 3-1 Brawlbird. Here comes Wisty, though, sneaking under the defender for this 20 damage plunge. Brawlbird goes down. That was not the Easter Bunny that time. So no eggs. Orlek, banish. This is the problem for Brawlbird, is it's going to be a whole lot of time until we see any return from Orlek. Another Easter egg appearance. Brawlbird gets it. It's 4-1. Forfeit. Brawlbird just wants this one to end so that he can clinch that Easter egg advantage. Whereas Wisty needs to hold on long enough to get more Easter eggs to show up. Plunge is here for 30. Goes down. Forfeit for Brawlbird, an opening. Quick throw. Oh, and went for the BM. Was looking to do the 360 throw, but did not have enough time to pull it off. Oh. Will that come back to bite Brawlbird? He does have a lot of time here as everyone is banished on Wisty's side. Oh, what's he doing here? What is he doing here? Oh, he's just trying to set up even more Easter eggs. The BM? Question mark? From Brawlbird? Not entirely sure what the intention is. As he does hold the lead and clinches both the Easter egg and RITE victory with that plunge. Just wanted more eggs, man. Just wanted more Easter eggs. There's no such thing as too many Easter eggs. Fair.
Alright.
Fair.
Me and Brawlbird are now even on the Easter eggs.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh. What does that mean, though? What does that mean, though?
It means we have to do a tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker! It's on! It stands 1 Easter egg hunt victory to Wisty, followed by 1 Easter egg hunt victory for Brawlbird. Only one can emerge victorious. Who will it be? We shall see. So we have the talisman locked in. Is there anything else we'd like to see for that? We had the boat in the first match. We had the Fall of Solium for the second one. I feel like Fall of Solium was a better arena for it. Just big, open, lots of room to get those Easter eggs to pop up. I mean, then again, maybe a small arena, actually, you could make the case to be good, because the Easter eggs do
Glade.
tend... Oh, Glade. Okay, also open, but comparatively much smaller. Okay, because the Easter eggs they spawn close to the Easter Bunny, mind you. So usually that means advantage to whichever Easter Bunny does the banishments. But on a small arena where all the characters are relatively close together, that may not be enough of an advantage. And we did see on at least one occasion in the previous match, the person who created the Easter egg was not necessarily the person who received the Easter egg. So it's not a foregone conclusion by any means, especially not on the Glade. So let's make it happen. The Glade also, the name, seems awfully fitting for the occasion. Easter egg hunt in the Glade.
The Tempers versus
The deciding Easter egg hunt, I might add.
welcome. Who shall conduct the rites? Sir
Ooh, bit of a hot take here. Robert going with Gilman as the Easter Bunny. Little more complicated getting the banishments on the worms. Their casts are, of course, a little less conventional, but both players do go that route. And of course, with the Easter Egg Bunny Talisman means no exploding worms, which would normally be the easiest way to get the banishments from them. And a speedy Bertrude to collect those Easter eggs for Brawl and Bert. Whereas Wisty goes with an exploding Lady River. Then Brawl and Bert finishes with a power casting Headwind. While Wisty goes with Messenger Imp with the Web Lanthorn. So here we go. The final Easter showdown. Fairy Spirit. There's the Easter egg. Wisty got it. 1-0 on the Easter egg count to Wisty. Also lands this 15 damage throw. Both players going for those banishments, trying to trigger the Easter egg. But it's Wisty clean through here
the orbs engulfed.
for an uncontested 10 damage throw. Perhaps more importantly, the Easter egg count stands 1-0 Wisty.
But true.
Oh, shoulder smash. Getting rid of the Easter Bunny on one side, and the other Easter Bunny plunging here. Now that does remove the ability for Brawl and Bert to create Easter eggs this time round, in this round. Oh, that throw is just wide. Bertrude down.
Thoroughly
Exploding Worm gets rid of the last of Brawl and Bert's exiles. So time for Wisty.
messenger imps
Getting off this throw for 15. Easter Bunny back at it here. The throw lands for 10. Easter Bunny down. And Wisty continues to whittle away at the Pyre life here. And initially you would have said, okay, just a 1-egg advantage perhaps. Wisty was going to have to wait quite a bit before we were in closing range here. But after this score, perhaps Wisty, it's in their best interest to just try to see this one all the way through and lean on this 1-0 advantage. Maybe that's all Wisty needs. Here comes Wisty. The throw makes it in, and Brawl and Bert down to just 5 Pyre life. Running out of time here. Needs an Easter egg. There it is! Brawl and Bert nabs it. We're all tied up in one apiece. Wisty goes around. The throw is short. More importantly, we're keeping an eye out for those Easter eggs. There is an opening! There was an Easter egg! Oh! Wisty takes the right win, but there was an Easter egg and it was uncontested! Oh no!
ceremony.
It was just hanging out in the corner there. Oh no!
Ah, I should have grabbed it.
And we tie at 1-1 on the Easter eggs.
The next right.
I think there's only one way to settle this. And that is, in a liberation rite, only one will emerge the Easter egg hunt champion. Who will it be? We stand somehow after 3 Easter egg hunts tied at 1 apiece, or 1.5 apiece, depending on how you want to score that last one. Will the Easter Bunny be liberated? We'll just have to find out. All right, let's see here. We have Sermon Intro on, Fall of Solium here. This will be, assuming that somebody wins this Easter egg hunt, our final rite of the night. No request for this one. We'll just have both players take their preferred team, their preferred Easter Bunny, and we will see who proves themselves as the truthful Easter egg hunt champion. Easter Bunny gets liberated, gets thrown into jail again, just in time for next Easter. Shh! I wrote her. Come on, keep it on the down low, okay? You're not supposed to know how it happens. Can't give out the secrets like that, okay? All right, I think we are good to go here. Are we ready? Brawl and Bert, Wisty?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. What did I forget? I forgot something. It's supposed to make the sound. Oh, I know what I forgot. That. There we go. It's framed by the accused every time, oddly enough.
The time is nigh, exiles. You heed the summons.
As it turns out, the Easter Bunny is actually the one that decides everything that happens in the Commonwealth.
May further shame befall whomever fails. Tempers stand prepared. Fire hearts stand ready.
All right,
Shall begin.
as I was saying, this will be our final rite of the night, our liberation rite, in which, with a little extra twist, some Easter egg hunting competitions as well. So who will be the Easter Bunny and who will be those going out on the Easter egg hunt?
Exile.
Gareth in the first spot there for Brawl and Bert. Okay, the Easter Bunny does appear, as though once again it will be a crone
Bertrude.
for Wisty. Oh, but Brawl and Bert switching it up here for the first time, perhaps not having the same class as their Easter Bunny. This could be telling. Who is the rightful Easter Bunny? Is it a crone?
Tizo.
Or is it Tizo? Exploding Gilman in the second spot for Wisty.
Another joins your ranks.
And Shroom Saba, thanks for the sub. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Thank you so much for the support. Hamatha in the last spot there for Brawl and Bert. Speedy Pamatha for Wisty as well, and this will be our final run of the night, our Liberation Rite. Rolenbert on the left representing the Tempers, Wisty on the right representing the Firehearts, with an extra Easter egg hunt twist. Best of luck to you both.
What's the count?
2-1 currently Brawlenbert.
Thanks.
Guys.
The Pyre
Yeah.
You tied 3-3. That's not allowed! That's not allowed! Roll that one back! Hold on! You saw nothing! Not allowed! Another one. How dare you? All right, this one is going for Brawlenbert's team theme. I mean, that's totally.
I wanted everyone to have a happy Easter and a tie-in for everyone to be like, "Yay, we're all winners." No.
Greetings, exiles. You are gathered at the fall of Solium. You have this opportunity to prove your worth. Only the righteous shall emerge victorious. Tempers stand ready. Pyre hearts stand prepared.
All right, so now we have what is totally our last run of the night, definitely our one and only Liberation Rite, in which we won't take any requests from chat. We'll just have both players take their preferred teams, except this time with a new twist that we've totally never done before. That being that we are also doing an Easter egg hunt theme, in which each player will have the Fairy Spirit talisman on one of their exiles, making a Moondrop globule whenever they banish someone with that exile. Whenever they collect one of those globules or Easter eggs, they get a point, and whoever gets the most Easter eggs is the Easter egg hunt champion. We totally have not done this before. It's gonna be Easter for the rest of the year at this rate. Of course, you have to wonder, in this totally new and unique format, what setup they might choose to make in terms of their Easter egg hunters and the Easter Bunny. We totally have not seen Brawl and Bert use Gareth in this role before. Just like how this is definitely the first time we've ever seen Bertrude as the Easter Bunny. Tizo, the Easter Bunny, on Brawl and Bert's team. Gilman as one of the egg hunters for Wisty. Hamatha, the last egg hunter there for Brawl and Bert. Hamatha, last hunter for Wisty as well. And here we go, our Liberation Rite, final run of the night. Brawl and Bert on the left as the Tempers, Wisty on the right as the Pyre Hearts, with the extra twist of them doing an Easter egg hunt.
What's the score?
3-1 Wisty. And there it is. GG! Wisty emerges victorious not only in the right, but also as your Easter egg hunt champion. 3-1, the final Easter egg hunt score.
That was so much fun.
GG. Well played, you two.
I love this game mode.
Well, there you have it. A new alternate game mode for Pyre. Couldn't finish Easter egg mode quickly enough to show it off. No worries, Arumi. No worries. Well, hey, maybe this won't be the last of Easter egg hunt mode. Maybe Arumi will finish up this by midnight tonight at the least. All right, don't drive yourself crazy trying to scheme this up, Arumi. But you know, it's a new way to play Pyre for those who are interested in mixing things up just a little bit. Well, as I said, that was our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite. Thank you, everybody who played with us today. Thank you, everybody who has given us the various requests in chat. I am going to hop out of Discord, but I will see you all next week.
Have a nice night.
You too. All right, chat, let's free them from our prison of Steam Remote Play. Whatcha? And let's throw this screen on right here. Like I said, that was our final rite of the night, our liberation rite, with a little bit of a special twist for Easter, with the Easter egg hunt madness. And we totally did not have a tie and then need to proceed to have a tie breaker after that. That definitely didn't happen. But anyways, this was, of course, Pyre Community Rite Night, which we are doing every Sunday. If you're interested in getting more involved in all this multiplayer Pyre stuff, the best way to do so is by joining the Red Club Discord server, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. That is the place where we're organizing all this stuff. My name is Lids. I'm hosting these Rite Nights. Other than all this Pyre stuff, I'm also doing Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition on Fridays. We are getting very close to the end of the game, doing some sort of celebratory end of the game type stuff. Then Saturdays, we are doing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, taking requests from chat, kind of like this. Then Sundays is, of course, Rite Night. Then on YouTube, Lids Vids there as well, posting the VODs for all those streams, so if you miss anything, you can check it out there as well. Also doing some Gwent videos, the Witcher-themed card game on YouTube, as well as some Thronebreaker, which is the Gwent campaign. Also, this week, just finished our Bastion playthrough on YouTube, so you can check that out as well. Other than that, if you haven't done so yet already, of course, you can hit the follow button to get notification for when I go live. Also follow me on Twitter at LidsVids. I post there when I go live as well. But that's going to be it for me for tonight. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Oh, and I suppose the best place to stay up to date on all things Lids is my own Discord server, which you can join by clicking on that link right there. But that's going to be it for me for tonight. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll catch you next time.